Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. How is it going? It is good to be here. We have got a bit of a weird schedule again today. We're going to be going through 3 games, kind of like last time. We're going to be going through a game called The First Descendant. This is in an open beta at the moment, which ends on the 25th. Can't remember what time. But it's an interesting game. I wasn't going to stream this, but I feel like I want to stream it because it is actually quite a good game. So yeah, we're going to stream it, and there's drops for it, so you know, that's always fun. Once we're done with this, I'm then going to go on to Waven because I want to show off my companion summoning build. And then we're going to continue with Vintage Story, which will be the finale to the stream today. So without further ado, we are going to go and kick things off with The First Descendant. Now, the plan is I'm just going to stream this until either I run out of time for it or it crashes. I don't know why, but I am someone who has had issues running this game. Well, okay, yeah, I've had issues running it. It crashes, it eats a lot of my computer's RAM, and at certain points it caps and then just dies. And it has killed my computer a couple of times because of that. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll be fine. Hopefully. There we go. Finally, it started loading. Oh, and I should also have a new follower alert, courtesy of Fenny Fenris. I hope it works though. I did do a lot of testing with it over the week. So yeah, hopefully it works. Sorry, I have so many tabs that I need to constantly keep checking now with stream things. It's fine, it's fine. So, we'll give a brief overview of what this game is. It's a looter shooter. So if anyone has played Warframe or Destiny, those are kind of the 2 games that I am comparing this to. Visually, it's a pretty nice game. I think I'm running everything at high right now just to try and avoid Uber crashes. But yeah, it's a pretty nice game in terms of looks. Actually, my character's got a lot of boobage. Let's not do a forward-facing cam. Yeah, so the idea is pretty simple. I'm going to compare it more to Destiny because it's got quite a similar layout to Destiny. Penny Fenris, hey, how's it going? Yeah, so I compare this more to Destiny, I think, than Warframe. I've played more Destiny than I have Warframe. That might also be why. But in terms of how it plays, I feel like it plays quite a lot like Destiny. So this is the world map. We've got 4 zones that we don't have access to, which I'm assuming... Oh, actually, no, there's 7 zones that we don't have access to, which is probably because this is only a beta, so they don't want to spoil everything. But the idea is you start in Albion, which is the kind of hub. Can't remember what that's called in Destiny. The Shard, is it? Or something like that. First area is Kingston. So it's broken down into areas. In each area, you've got different quests. You run around to complete those. And once you've completed everything in a zone, you unlock special operation missions, which basically allow you to farm for better resources that you'll use to upgrade certain aspects of the game. And that's about it, really. You just keep doing that. You go from Kingston to the Sterile Land to Vespers. You do the same thing. Again, they've each got their own special operation tasks. This just breaks it down pretty easily, where you see all of the special operations. It's got quite a nice gameplay loop. Once you've done all of your necessary questy bits, you've then got, I suppose, boss fights. So these are the normal ones. Gravewalker, Executioner, Devourer. Devourer is exceptionally difficult, actually. That's a very difficult one. So they pose a nice challenge. They're very different to the fights that you have in the main world. You've then got hard versions that go all the way up to level 60. And then we come on to cosmetics. There's a bunch of different cosmetics that you can get. Pretty standard for games nowadays. And then the last little bits are the vendors. Now this game has got quite an interesting item system. This guy is trash. He is a useless vendor. But we have this dude who does modules. So modules are attachments for guns. They boost certain aspects of your guns. Fenny, you did the Devourer just now. Was it a success? Did you win? Did you win? Did you lose? Please tell me you won. And what loot did you get if you won? So yeah, there's a whole bunch of modules of different tiers. Blue is standard. You then go to purple, which is rare. Then you go to yellow, which is ultimate. And they do have, I think if we go to the Descendant modules, you get these red ones, which are transcendent. These are... So here, the heroes are called Descendants. So these are Descendant locked. So if I want to use this one, at the bottom, you can see it says Ultimate Lepic Exclusive or Lepic Exclusive. So if I'm playing as Lepic, I can use that. That one's for Ajax, Bunny, and so on and so forth. So it's a really cool system. There's four different types of guns. You've got the common ammo type, which is the 3 white bullets. You got the 2 blue bullets for impact rounds. Purple for high power. So this is quite a similar system to Destiny. If you think about your rocket launchers and stuff, those would be the purple ones. I don't have any of the other weapons on me right now, but there are orange ones as well. Can't remember what those ones are, but yeah, they have orange bullets. You then got other components for your hero. Reactor, this usually just boosts your abilities. So Viessa, who I'm playing as, she uses frost. So I have a frozen or frost boosting reactor. And then you just get other components that boost various aspects of your stats. I'm going for quite high defense. I'm not really sure why. I don't know how the defense scales, but it feels pretty good. Fenny, sorry, you only got level 36 gear. Oh, that's kind of lame. He is a level 36 boss though, isn't he? I wonder if you have to get super lucky to get higher level gear. Gotta do the next one. Oh, the next one's probably even more difficult. Well, obviously it's the next one. But yeah, that's basically it in terms of leveling up your Descendant. The level cap at the moment is 40. I have a feeling it does go higher than that. but at least for the beta, it's just level 40. You then have like a mastery rank, which is for your account, and leveling up your mastery just unlocks slots, and increases module capacity slots. So we go back to my weapon, for example, you've got a module capacity slot of 34 out of 44. So if in the top right corner you can see the cost here, so this one's 4, this one's 9. So it basically just means you can't put the beefiest modules all on one weapon, but you have to find a balance. I usually don't come close to the limit on weapons. I mean, even on my Descendant, actually, I'm pretty low. Although I did recently change my build, so that might be why. Fenny, I hope it's not a DPS check. It probably will be a DPS check. I'm sensing that the difficulty for the bosses are DPS checks. If you look at the hard boss fights, it pretty much shows how far we might be able to go. Level 60 is the highest boss I can see. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm feeling that level 40 is just the beta cap. Because yeah, I feel like with the way this game scales, if you had to kill level 60 stuff and all of your team is level 40, I feel like that's going to be impossible. It's just judging how the fight went with the Devourer. Yeah, so that's about it. You get can't remember how many Descendants there are in total, but there are a lot to collect, and they're all different. So one of the main things for the Descendants are the elements. So like I said, Viessa is cold, Bunny is electric, Lepic I think is either fire or just no, I'm assuming he's fire. He does burn, and he has grenades. Grenades is fire.
Let me tell you how I must bring you back.
So yeah, they're all pretty different, which is fun. There's a good variety. This chick's poison.
Oh, my beloved daughter died.
This chick's kind of weird.
Hold on a little longer.
She's basically a vampire.
Your mom will save you
In
no
the-
matter what.
She's got no shield, but enemies drop life spheres, which give her health. Anyway,
The vulgar.
so that's that. And then there's a whole bunch of consumables, which we'll go on to now. Their crafting system is pretty good, to be honest, and I actually have stuff to collect.
I'm listening.
So research, this is where everything comes together. I'm just going to collect my stuff so I can start new researches. I have so many of these now, which is good. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can research. The energy activator, for example, this will increase your module cost cap. So if you want to have loads of high cost modules on your weapon, for example, just make tons of energy activators, and then you can consume these to increase the cap on your weapon. You can use it to do the same thing on your Descendant as well, just to increase the cap for modules. But this is the primary location to unlock the other Descendants, so you can see them better here actually. So I own Viessa and Bunny. You get Bunny through doing the main quest line, and Viessa is one of the starting choices. So there's a good amount of them. What is that, 13 including the ultimates? I don't really know what the ultimates are, but they're there. They're just, so it's just Viessa and Lepic again, but hey yo. So in order to unlock them, they need components. To get those components, you can craft them, or you can do the bosses and special operations and try your luck at getting some good drops. It's the same with weapons. They've got some ultimate weapon. No, these would be ultimate. Yellow is ultimate weapons. So again, same system. Collect components, and then you can craft them. Oh, I'm actually really close to Divine Punishment, which is nice. So yeah, I don't need to go into too much detail with it all because that's about it. Although I suppose we can talk about currency. This is only the beta. I'm not sure how the currencies are going to work once the game comes out. There's no store right now. No one can spend money on this yet. But we've been gaining credits for completing quests. These have just been given to us. The credits seem like a semi-premium currency. I get the sense that they are earnable for completing tasks. I get the sense that they may be purchasable, but I'm kind of leaning towards not really. Kuiper shards and gold you just get for playing the game. Kuiper shards are used for modules, and gold is used to research. The only premium currency is caliber. Now we've been getting caliber for free, again, because it's the beta, and if you complete certain milestones, they just give you caliber. And caliber is what is used for cosmetics. So if I run back to over here, so we're talking about Descendant skins, paint options, and weapon skins. So you've got just various versions of, so that's a skin for Viessa, glasses for Freyna, you know, stuff for Bunny. Then they have the full body, which are like the ultimate ones. So these completely change the appearance of the Descendant. So you've just got a few there. Paint. You get paint. You can change the color of your skins. So you have to have a skin in order to use paint. So that's a Descendant skin and also a weapon skin. You can't change the color of your weapon without having a skin, which I personally think is extremely lame. However, they only cost 100. So once you start maxing your gear, you'll probably end up using the same weapon all the time. So, you know, I mean, this one costs 50. I don't know how easy caliber is going to be to get in the main game, but if it's anything like this, it should be fine. But anyway, I think that's basically all of the systems. They've got a few other cosmetics. They have UI themes, name cards, spawn, emote. You can change the look of your grappling hook. This is just an active skin. You run around with this on your head. But again, these are all... there's no UI themes or name card things yet. We don't have those. We do have a variety of emotes, which are quite Destiny-esque in how they are. Some of them, at least. But yeah. I won't say any more. Let's get into the action. The action is the main thing. So we are going to do... Again, I'm just going to play this until it crashes. I'm going to stick with that. We're going to play it until it crashes. So I was actually really enjoying mind blocking. So these are the materials that you can get for doing this. So it's split up into waves. Or difficulty, I suppose. So we start off, we get to, once we complete wave 2, the team then gets a choice to carry on, and it gets harder, or we can stop and we just pull out of the event with the loot that we get. But the idea is that you really want to keep going, because you get harder enemies, they're going to drop better loot themselves. But at every checkpoint you roll the odds of getting the material. So if you're running in a pre-made group, spamming just the early wave is probably going to be the easiest, because you'll matchmake instantly and you can just all leave instantly, because the decision is, I mean, unanimous. Everyone just votes for the same thing. So you can probably farm materials a lot quicker that way if you've got the patience to do that. But I get the feeling that actually going for the full thing might be more worthwhile in terms of getting good drops from the enemies themselves. But you can see here, like, there's a 5 to 40% chance that you get some of these purple drops that will help you craft certain things. But I mean, it's the ultimate ones that you really want. So this is where you start getting your Descendant pieces, so that you can then unlock your better ones. And of course, they just give you tons of gold. Anyway, we're going to start this. Hopefully the matchmaking doesn't take too long. I got stuck in a very long queue earlier. I was very unlucky with it. I'm actually going to have to move my camera, I think. I can't remember what the UI is like, but we're going to have to move the face at some point once we're in. So yeah, good little overview, I reckon. Probably not the best, but I'm happy with that. Yeah, I just want the level 40 drops. That's kind of what I've been going for right now. My build with Viessa, I was just randomly plugging in random modules just as I got them, and ones I thought sounded nice. But I've gone all out on abilities, so my Viessa build, at least for her modules... Oh no, it's not working, is it? So for at least for the hero, not for the weapons, for the hero we've got a lot of spell-based modules to boost our spells, because she's got very good spells. The utility that she provides to a team is really, really good. Yeah, I had this bug earlier, Fenny. Yeah, I have run into this bug quite a few times today. Beta. It's just beta. Excuse me, my throat already. We'll see how it goes. The wave defense is probably the one that people do the most, to be honest. Mainly because people XP farm it. Although the XP for doing the mine blocking wasn't too bad either. The wave defense is just easier because of how the enemies spawn and then run at you. Whereas this one's a little bit different. We run at the enemies and they kind of spawn in a circle. The nice thing about this one though is it spawns in a boss every 2 waves. Which is why I think trying to do the full 10 is smart, because obviously you'll then have harder bosses, which means you'll probably get better loot. Oh, here we go. So we got 2 bunnies. Nice. Speedy Fender, the Scarlet Shadow. That is a bloody long name. But the crossplay seems to be working really well. So you're playing with Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, which is really nice. All right, here we go.
Attention, we have an urgent situation. The Vulgus are making moves to mine Kuiper. It would be embarrassing to lose Kuiper to them in a zone that we control.
Okay, I'm not actually covering anything up. I'm getting stuck on the terrain.
I'm not sure if the Vulgus are being very bold or completely idiotic. Either way, send them my regards when you annihilate them. Over.
So yeah, as you can see at the bottom, we've got 4 abilities. You get a little grapple hook, you get a little melee attack. Mine is swords. Yellow health enemies are kind of elite. Red are just standard, but they come in various shapes and sizes and strength. Right, yeah, our bunny is just running around. That's basically what I do as well. So there's a really good variety of enemy buffs. So we've seen 2 so far. I think we saw the leech one and the invulnerability, which is good. The invulnerability one's annoying. Although I think the shield one is even more annoying. Benny Fenris just subscribed. Oh my god! Thanks, my man. Sadly, I have a really crap subscription emote. Oh no! No! From Death of Love. Thanks for the subscription as well. And it crashed. It crashed. There we go. 20 minutes of absolute perfection. That's as much gameplay as I can show off. I was hoping for at least 45 minutes. I wanted to get to wave 2, but no. And that was only with 3 people. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna stick to what I said. That's the first Descendant, everyone. Oh, how amazing it is. Oh, yeah. At least I got to explain everything. Yeah, I hope it gets fixed as well. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Right, well, I guess we update the stream. We're now going over straight to Waven. Oh, no, we need to update that. Waven. There we go, there we go. Wonder if the open world is fine. Yeah, I mean, it crashed for me earlier as well. That was with 3 people, but I managed to get a lot further than than half an hour. Oh, it's not even half an hour. It's like 20 minutes. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right, Waven is booting up. Let's get that swapping over. How irritating. Ah. Back to Waven. So yeah, I would love to recommend the first Descendant to anyone whose PC will run it. It's so bizarre. Like, it runs absolutely fine, but then at certain points it just ends up eating so much RAM for no reason. It's really bizarre. Right, okay. We need to swap to Le Fist. And we are going to pick a dungeon, and we are going to do that dungeon. It's been a while since I've been on Waven, actually. I haven't read their latest and greatest patch notes. Vampire has got 3 daily quests. And they are all Vampire Dungeon. Okay. Do we have the 3rd tier unlocked? I hope they buff the Mud Mage. I hope not. That mage be OP. Okay, yeah, we'll just do tier 3. Level 3 bronze. So let's have a quick look at the deck. I don't think the deck, in terms of the spells, really changed much from the last build I was doing with this guy. The main thing that's changed is... Okay, actually, no, it has changed. I went all out on the fire because fire companions. Yeah. So Dark Vlad is like our prime... prime companion. From Death of Love, posted a clip. Baby's first subs. I'm a little bit upset that I didn't use Fenny's amazing animation now. I did it for follower. I didn't even think to do it for subscriber because I didn't think subscriber was gonna happen. So we've just got the default Streamlabs. Sad times, sad times. But anyway, rings. We've got Drain for the companion. Our first companion gets 50% to their max health. when one of our companions is spawned next to us, they get 50% to their max health. And when we spawn by a companion that costs at least 5, they get 15% attack and 30% health. So basically, when we spawn in Dark Vlad, he gets 130% health and 15% attack. He becomes an absolute monster of a companion. Now, I don't think I have... No, we're waiting for 20 so we can get more health. Yeah, he just becomes an absolute monstrosity, which we're going to see in action. I'm actually going to change my title again to Waven Companion Build. Let's let everyone know exactly what I'm actually doing. What the hell is this? An Uramasa blade. Why do we have this? What? Oh, and our first challenge's companions can't be called. Okay. Well, it's 100%, so I might actually do that. What the hell is this? Why do we have this? I need to read the I'm gonna need to read the dailies. But yeah, typical that the first challenge is one that stops companions. The first sub moment was so powerful it crashed the game. Iconic. I'll actually use that as an excuse. Not because the game or my PC is crap. But the first sub moment was just so uber. It was too good. Okay, so when this attacks, it gains 100% attack. What the hell is this? I am Confucia. Okay, we'll attack you. How much attack do I have? 46. 88. I'll attack you. It's a good moment. Oh wait, can they attack the blade? Is that hurting me? Oh, it inflicts its attack on me at the start of the turn. I'm gonna die. This thing's gonna kill me. Draw your next combo. Inflict attack on target. Let's draw our next combo. Yeah, I need these companions. Stupid, stupid challenge. Okay, it's got 69, so we can kill that. We then get healed 69. We're gonna take 92. I think we win next turn anyway, regardless of what happens, so... We're fine, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. Okay, there we go. 100% done. Blood for blood. Finish the vampire dungeon with the Uramasa blade. Damn. Okay.
How are you?
This is going to be a lot trickier than I thought it was going to be. Isabel Mont. It's been a while, chica. It has been a while. Right. Please don't give us the companion challenge. What do we get? What do we get? Targeted opponent must be finished off before summoning a companion. Why is it giving us all of the companion stuff? Okay, I'm actually going to just leave the Uramasa blade in the corner so I only ever take 23 attack. I think that's going to be the smartest thing here. I think I will be foolish doing anything else. Okay, let's just do this. This. I know, Fenny, my luck is just unbelievable. So bad. So bad. Ooh, nice hit, Isabel. Okay, yeah, we can do this. We can teleport. I don't want to teleport, actually. Okay, yeah, we can combo. +1, and we can hit again. Okay. Right, we've got 2 fire. We just need 5. Lashing arrow will give us 4. Although we can't use it because it's 7. I don't have thingy available. Reserve action. It's been so long I actually genuinely don't remember what everything's called. Ooh, these are a bit poopy. 25. We just get her to kill him. I can then draw more cards. Oh, nice. So one thing I did actually get, because we hit level 30, is when we use or release a powerful dart aura, it inflicts 50% of its damage on inline opponents to the target. So that was actually a really good one. And we're going to do it again. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh man, yeah, they are all thirsty. That is not good. Shield. Okay, no longer thirsty. We just need 2 stuff, and then we can summon... Okay, let's be smart about this. Okay, if we do +3 to our auras, and then we hit this chick. Right, I've never actually noticed that. So it reduces the damage of the dart itself. I think that's a bug. When you release a powerful dart aura, it also does 50% of its damage on opponents in line with the target. I think that's a bug. Anywho, we get Dark Vlad. Sadly, he doesn't get the entire health gain, because I believe these dudes count as companions, which is why she is hella tanky. But anyway, 400 health with 41 attack on summon is pretty big. That's pretty big. He's already more useful than Isabel. And he's only gonna get stronger. Right, so we slap him. We can then inflict our attack here. 46, she's dead. So he gains 9 attack every single turn. Massive. GG. And there we go. Just a little bit of a showcase.
Get ready, vampire. Your punishment.
Let's see how strong he can actually get. I have had some matches where he has just got so much attack.
Taste my punishment.
Right, yep. Same thing again. Run the sword into the corner. Targeted opponent must be finished off before summoning a companion. We got it again. 2 times in a row. What the hell, game? That is not cool. That is not cool at all. Gypsy luck, 0 out of 10. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. Oh well, at least she ran to us. We can just kill her really quickly. We're actually going to oil Boss Man. What does he do again? Attack confers thirsty on surrounding vampires. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Kill me makes me stronger.
Oh no. Shield. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Do I just do the auras? No, let's do this. Right, that now gives us enough for Dark Vlad. Oh my... I'm too eager. There was no need for that. There was no need for that. We just failed the challenge. Oh well. Oh well. Pip! Pip, Pip, Pip! Welcome! And we are back to the Fister. Hey man, it's good to have you here. How are you doing? And yeah, it's been a while since I've been on Waven. We're just showing off the companion build that I made the last time I was playing this. Okay. Oh, let's just do this. Powerful Dart Aura. Dark Vlad can kill her. Pip, end of a busy period, so haven't played much Waven myself. That is fair enough. Are you having, have you got a little bit of downtime now? Is busy period? I mean, you just said it's the end. Have you got any plans how to enjoy the non-busy period? Will it be Waven? Will it be something else? Has anything else caught your eye recently? Okay, let's do... Yeah, there we go. We can be smart about this. We can get rid of his shield. Yeah, we can just go ahead and kill this guy straight away. Penny, plans are to watch E-Boy Papa play some games. Oh my god, Penny. But Pip, Baldur's Gate 3 has caught my eye. That I agree with Penny. I think that is probably the perfect choice. Such a good game. I really should have carried on streaming that, to be honest, but Waven took over. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. If you do, have you bought it, Pip, already, or are you contemplating getting it? What stage are you at in terms of the decision? Yeah, these darts are so weak now. Ah, you have it and you're in Act 1 still. Nice. Right, we've got to ask all of the questions then. What class? What race? Are you good? Are you bad? Dish it all. How's it going? What decisions is Pip Potato making in the world of Baldur's Gate? 116 crit. Jesus. Right, let's draw our next combo spell. Ooh, nice. This is nice. He's dead. Oh, I can only summon them 2 away. Fenny, and who are you gonna bang from Death of Love? I had the same thought. To be honest, it's a pretty standard question for Baldur's Gate, isn't it? Who are you gonna bang? GG! I can't believe I failed that challenge. Oh, we got a brooch. Right, so that's 1 daily down. 2 more to go. Pip, you are good solo. An attempt to be good in co-op alongside my Dark Urge friend. Ooh, that's going to create some spice. I like it. The Dark Urge. It's pretty cool of them to add the Dark Urge, actually. I was not anticipating anything like that within Baldur's Gate, to be honest. Targeted opponent must be finished off with a companion's attack. Easy peasy. Oh, I think I just did those abilities in the wrong way. Oh well. Right, end turn, there we go. Pip, I already switched class from Paladin because keeping my oath is impossible. Is that with the Dark Urge, you mean? Because that is understandable. Ooh, we're actually doing really well already on... Huh, okay. We might be able to summon Dark Vlad already, you know? We get some darts. We then just release them for fun. I probably should have teleported before doing this, actually. There we go, Dark Vlad. Right, does he get the full... There we go. So, yeah, the mission companions do count as the first companions summoned, but now that Vlad truly is the first companion, he starts off with 511 health instead of 400. Oh, I am getting a little bit of lag here. Little frame drops. Fenny, I'm on my second playthrough as a no companion solo necromancer build. Oof, nice. That's got to be a lot of fun, actually. There are some really good necromancy items, to be honest. I think that's one thing I do. There's a lot that I appreciate about that game, but in particular, I do like the fact that they allow you to play so many different styles because of the different items they have within the game. It's so cool. I might die here, actually. This is a really bad spot for me. Especially as this dude keeps getting thirsty and is dealing 88 damage every single time. I'm screwed. Okay, Dark Vlad, just... Wait, is it a 15% challenge? It's a 15% challenge. We don't care about that. We want to summon... you. See, even the outdated champion goes from 122 health to 183. So good. I tell you what, if we just do 2 cells, if we push you, right, there we go. We need to start building up some darts. There's even drunk build items. Yes, I did notice those, actually. They did. And Pip, they don't one-shot the companion. No, they do not. Instead, my companion is ridiculously OP and does stupid amounts of damage, and it is absolutely beautiful. Although I still might die here. Tell you what, why don't we just do this? Oh, I needed to be one space away. My bad, my bad. We've got +3 still. Do you know what? Let's just do it. Hopefully we can get a 1. Oh, it's 2. Never mind. I can't even run away from this. We've just got to stay. Summon. Right, Dark Vlad, kill that one. You attack that one. Okay, we might be fine. We might be fine. Oh yeah, and then there's this to worry about. Although it has to get to 84 plating. Oh my god, look at my health. Ah! The bloody blade. I keep forgetting about the blade. It's fine, it's fine. We're gonna blitz through this again. I put myself in a really poopy position there. I let that dude get to 88 attack too much, and then he just slapped me too many times. The only problem with the build is you would think they would focus Vlad. They just ignore him. Yeah, we're taking an extra 23 damage a turn because of this stupid thing. Right. Oiled. Attack. Yeah, that was just really bad positioning by me. I promise you, this build is a lot better than I've just showcased it as. Although, I'm still convinced that this second passive I have for my darts is bugged. It should not be reducing the damage of the dart to the main target, but it is for some reason. It's reducing it by quite a lot. Right, they're all thirsty, which is not good. Okay. We do... Let's do this. Just kill you. Combo. What are we on? 4? Okay, next turn we should get him. Oh yeah, and this guy, it was also the problem. Every time a thirsty vampire attacks, he gets 10% attack, which is also quite big. Right, there we go. Dark Vlad. 511 health. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Okay, let's just do combo here. So I think it's dealing the full damage here, which is odd. This takes 25. They take 32. I mean, they only took 16 because that's all the health they had left. Maybe it's not bugged. Maybe I just really need to build up the passive. Although without building up, its standard damage is 46. So yeah, I feel like there is definitely something going wrong. And I am on 200 health already? What the flip? When and how did I lose so much health? Yeah, 500 HP Vlad is super insane. It works really, really well if he's the one that ends up soaking up all of the arena damage. The one thing this build lacks is health sustain. I've thought about it and how to get it a few different ways, but I would end up sacrificing something too important if I try and get any sort of sustain on this character. The only thing I did think about was changing spells, so getting some of the water auras, because I know those ones heal. But because of this class, it's a bit too tricky. If I were playing the Frosty Archer looking one, I think I could be getting some really good sustain with this build. But alas, I'm using the wrong class. Yeah, we'll just hide in the corner. Okay. What have we got? What have we got? We do oiled on you. We'll just do combo. Make the dagger run away and then turn here. Oh, they can just attack the sword. Luckily it's invulnerable, but it still triggers their thirstiness. That might be a bit of a problem. Damn, I've drawn some quite poo-poo cards here, actually. It's fine, we make do, we make do. Ta-da! Right, we do draw 2 spells. Okay, we can work with that. We have not been getting much fire. She is just going to keep attacking the sword, so that's at least one good thing. We just get... Actually, yeah, if we get 2 fire... And then we get blood. It's amazing watching those numbers. 2 sets of 111, then just get that like 67 at the end. So good. Right, that's going to summon a ghoul. And they just ignore him. He's so strong, they just genuinely ignore him, which is kind of annoying. Oh, he's just gaining tons of attack, actually. That's no bueno. Okay, we'll do +3 on the auras, release them all on this guy. So he's dead. Attack you. And should we get... Let's get the outdated champion. So if done in the right way and in the right circumstances, I can end up with 3 companions out. And they just take ages to die. It's great. Right, we're just going to run. And we will do this. We will do this because it's free. And then we will do this. Ah, again, I should have teleported. More damage for the aura. Wait, how far can you move? Yeah, cool. We're fine. We're safe. And that's it. That's GG.
Knocker.
Do we need to help this
Gather your
guy?
courage. This time's the
Nathan
trouble.
Archer.
I
Yeah,
can
we do.
see. I'm here to bring back.
These are quite nice challenges, actually, for the dungeon. So Nathan's going to get a huge boost here. Look at that. He's just gained basically 400 health. What does he do again? He has the holy water spells to your hand. Attack does double damage if the target is a mechanism. Yeah, okay, I vaguely remember this guy. Pip, isn't there some kind of sustained companion? There is. There are a few of them that have 50% drain. Some of them give themselves armor, but Vlad has sustain purely for the ring that I have on him, which is 40%. And the reason I don't use one of the other drain ones is because... oh my goodness, they have ranged ones this time. What does vulnerability do? Plus 50% damage taken. Ugh, should have done that before. Yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, you could technically have a companion that has 90% drain, but they have really low attack, so you'd have to level them up quite high, and I just can't be bothered to do that. Fenny, yes, the ring boosts these dudes, the in dungeon companion, and I just messed up his movement. Oh, Pip, you meant sustain for me. Yes, there is the drain ring. Oh, you mean sustained companion. That's actually a really good question. There are... I know there's at least 2 that do healing with their attacks. I can't remember what they're called. Right, we're going to do vulnerability. We will then do... I think I can get double aura here. Yeah. Wasted. There's a legendary water companion. I'll have to have another look. I know there are some cheap ones. Oh yeah, the peat and hail ones. Yeah, that's very true as well. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to get him to take out the coffins. Which is fine, it's fine. Let's do this. Okay, we'll definitely be able to kill him with a spell next turn, so that's that challenge done. Yeah, there probably is a better way for me. I mean, there is one ring that I can sacrifice, and that is the last one, the Nautilus ring. The only nice thing about that with Vlad is having that extra 15% attack at the start means that he does better with his... It works better with his passive, so he ends up gaining more attack in the long run anyway. Which is really the only reason I have it, to be honest. Let's just get some more dart auras. Because we can release them all next turn. Alright. We can do a small combo here, I think. Yeah, we managed to get rid of the shield. We've got Dark Vlad. So if we do +3, +1, sorry, to get... Yep. And release. That should be a double kill. Ooh, not quite, not quite. But here he is, Dark Bad. Yeah, so I think he gains 5 attack. Well, and then he gains 25% of his attack. So he gets an extra 1 or 2 attack every time he attacks. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it really does add up. Like, yeah, it does. Oh, snap. They've actually got tons of reserve. We can summon Sarah. Yeah, we might as well just let you attack him. We get a reserve for that. And now we're absolutely fine. We cannot lose here. Draw your next combo card. Okay, next turn, GG. Okay, he does still steal a reserve, even if they have shield. That's quite nice. Love it. Right, onwards. Oh yeah, it's been so long since I last played that I've barely unlocked the battle pass stuff. We're on page 3. I got to admit, I wasn't too interested in the Bork stuff, to be honest. I've seen a few people running around with it, and it just doesn't look that great, in my opinion. Yeah, companions. So I don't think fire had any healing. Or do they? So I think technically this one, but I think that's self-healing with that aura. Water definitely has healing. Yeah, I think Earth just has the armor ones. I mean, there are ones that when they die, they heal as well. Where is it? It's this one. Shura heals the target with her attack. But yeah, probably wouldn't be a bad companion to have in the deck anyway, because, I mean, they would still gain 50% of their max health. So you could just sit in the corner with them and chill. He heals, but only once. She heals herself. She could also be a very good companion to use, to be honest, if leveled up enough. Anyway. I'm not sure about these ones. Yeah, he's the one on death he heals. Martyred Heroes who I usually use in some of my standard decks. Unless it's a companion I don't have yet. I don't think I have all of them unlocked. I am really tempted to try a build with Persimol with a Zeller, because he gets 5% of his max health as armor per reserve action point, and you can sit at 9 reserve action points, which means he can gain 45% of his max health as armor at the end of the turn. And I mean, he starts off with 25 attack, which is not that bad. Yeah, I did want to try something with Oropo, because she reduces the cost of Vlad by 3, but she's just too expensive. Pip, you don't have the legendary water companion. She has attack, heal your hero. Ah, okay. Is she a 9 cost? Yeah, those are the only 2 I've got, Noxine and Ferris. I think there are quite a few companions that I still haven't unlocked yet. Right, what does she do again? Goes down in line, does 19 damage to the opponent's gone through. And the coffin switches places with her. Okay, yeah. I remember. So we'll just let him chill there. And I want to focus these guys. This combat can't offer a challenge. Good. $63. Oh, maybe it is working properly now. Maybe the damage at the very beginning really is just that low. No, it's 46. I don't understand why it was doing like 20 damage to people earlier. And teleport, yes. 68 damage. Right. Let's do draw +3, and we get to draw again. +2. Nice. And I'm just going to stay in the corner, I think. Ooh, okay. Well, let's get him over here, actually. And we can release all of the darts on... Maybe that one. Is that a double kill? That's a double kill. Nice. Oh, that was actually a really good turn. Wow. That was actually really good. Oh, and we messed that up. She has teleported very far away. Right, there we go. We've got Dark Vlad. Something here. Hit, potato, echo. I'm assuming that's the name. 6 cost water companion. Attack. Heals your hero with her attack. Brotherhood of the Forgotten. Ah, interesting. That would probably be a very good companion for me to have then, actually. That sounds like that could potentially work very well. Even if it was a secondary companion, if Vlad stayed as the primary, but ooh, I need to be careful here actually. She's going to attack and then swish through everyone. So let's get Vlad over here, we'll move him over here. And I think we'll be okay. Who's she going to attack? Him. Perfect. And that is GG. Speaking of ultimates, we get Nox again. And 2 brooches. That's pretty big.
How many times will it take?
Right, that's another challenge done. I will do the 3rd person just because I've never actually done the 3rd in this before. I don't think, anyway. Alright, what's this challenge? Targeted opponent must be finished off before using your reserve. I think that's easy enough to do. Ooh, start off with oiled. Yeah, I'd should probably try and farm up some stuff in Waven still. Although I'm kind of waiting for them to add some more stuff before I go a little bit crazy on the Uber farming of things. I think I've got enough right now to enjoy the game as it currently stands. I believe I have every item apart from maybe like 2 legendary rings. It's mainly the companions I'm missing. Okay, we've got 3 fire. If we do... Wait, who are we killing? Archer. And... this one. We can then run over here, attack you, and teleport over here. Ooh, big smart, big smart. And we'll run this sword here to stop them moving. And we get Dark Blad. Pip, I remember some people were pissed because they Uber farmed some rings and they got changed. Yeah, I did. Actually, the last thing that I do remember reading about, they did a community update. I mean, it was a good couple of weeks now ago. I think it was before I got sick, so maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And they did explain that they were going to introduce a resource refund system to account for item changes like that. Because yeah, understandably, people were pissed. I would be pissed if I had gone for a very specific build and they just completely change the item. I mean, yeah, that's got to be annoying. So basically they have varying degrees of change. So if it's like a complete item overhaul, they like completely reset the item to level 1 for you and refund all materials spent. So that includes runes and stuff, as well as the gold. So you literally get everything back, which is good. I mean, that's a very smart decision, especially for the sake of maintaining a healthy community. Yeah, I don't know when that was going live though. I can't remember if they said they're working on it, or if it was going to go live in the full release. I'm not sure. How are we doing on health? We're doing okay. Yeah, so it will still be annoying if they drastically change items and companions, but yeah, at least you get your stuff back so you can then immediately carry on focusing on a different build. So it'll only ruin your rhythm temporarily. It won't be a huge game ender, because yeah, the changes they did make to the rings recently were they were massive changes. I mean, yeah, it was all of the draw rings, wasn't it? So getting your Oh my goodness, there's so much going on in my head right now. Kezus. Welcome, my man. Oi, you got subs? We got subs. Yes, and Kfeu? I don't know if I've said that right. Thank you for the follow. I hope everyone noticed the little stram that popped up. That is courtesy of Fenris. And I thought I managed to get all of the text to fit within the box, but Kfeu, your name was a little bit over the edges. I do apologize. Sorry, my brain had a little bit of an aneurysm there. 3 things are going on at the same time, and I can't cope. So yeah, the item changes, the rings. Yeah, they were big changes. People were pissed, understandably, but they're gonna fix it. To be fair, I was really happy when I saw that they did a community update to address that, because yeah, very big integrity move and very needed. But I highly recommend reading it. I mean, it's just on Steam. I think it's their latest update. Or at least it was. No, it wasn't. September 12th. It was a little while ago. But they set out the parameters there of how each item change qualifies, or what refund certain item changes qualify for. Anyway, Kezus, proper welcome. It's good to have you here, man. How are you? How are things going?
Please, I beseech
And thank you for the subscription. I'm forgetting too many things. Pip, you're active on the Discord, so you're well aware. Fair enough. Oh, excuse me. I haven't looked at their Discord for a while, actually. Claudia, I have not done your quest before, so let's figure out what's going on here. And Fenny, glad you like it. Yeah, thank you so much for it, Fenny. I need to obviously do a few more tweaks to make sure it absolutely fits. But I tried to. It was really hard to get the text in the box to begin with. But I was convinced with the text size I managed to get it.
What are you doing here?
The count? What? Oh, are there any prisons in here?
Hurry,
I don't think so.
protect me.
Okay, what is she? Spawn adds the permeation spell, switches 2 characters' positions. Okay. So she can die. Okay. Ooh, what do we start off with, actually? Let's just draw 2. Get some dart auras. And draw another one. Okay, yeah, this is good. This is good. This is a good setup. Kezus, good. It's the weekend. Playing some custom league with friends, and I didn't forget to subscribe here. Oh, man. Yes. Oh, we love it. Thank you so much, my guy. And what sort of custom league are you doing? Are you just doing 5v5, 3v3? Have you got like special rules in place? What's going on with that? That sounds like a lot of fun. And I'm doing well. I'm still like a tiny bit congested. I've got a little bit of a sore throat and a cough still from being sick. But generally, we're doing good. It's been a really nice weekend. I've spent the day with, because my partner works on Saturdays during the day, so I've just spent the day chilling with my daughter. So it's been a pretty chill Saturday, to be honest. But I've been looking forward to streaming. Pip, I was going to play League, but my friends thought food was more important. I mean, food is important, but League, I'm sure they could sacrifice food. The need for League outweighs the need for food. I mean, I do that sometimes. League takes over every now and then. And custom games in League are so fun. I wish I could do them more often. We don't quite have... I mean, okay, in our Discord, we do have a big enough group. It's just the case of, is everyone online and does everyone want to play League? And more often than not, the answers are no. And oh my god, that was actually an amazing setup for that combo. Targeted opponent once we finish off last. And we can do the challenge as well. This is great. Pip, I have to feed the enemy mid as Neferi. Come on, man. Neferi's busted. How are you feeding mid as Neferi? Come on. Even with the nerf, she is busted. Nah, jokes. I love Neferi. I was really surprised at how much I came to like Neferi. I was not expecting it. She's a good champion. I like her mechanics. Very good champion. Actually, seeing as we have quite a few leaguers here, actually, Pip, let me respond to you. Because I can't play the game. Not only can you not play the champion, you just can't play the game. I mean, that's fair enough. My brain is too slow for the assassins. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. I'm the same with some champions, to be honest. Like, I've played the game for so long that I do know what everyone does, and I can comprehend their combos. But some of them I just can't play for that very reason. Like, my brain just says no. But what I wanted to ask was, ooh, actually, I wonder if I can do
It must contain
a
many
poll.
valuable items. You should
We can
check it
test out my new
After
affiliate
all,
status.
You deserve a reward.
Akeza's playing 4 versus 4 right now, no special rules, but playing AD Glask. I respect that. The first, like, 10 times I played Glask, I did an on-hit build. Because of her passive. It was a lot of fun, actually. But I want to ask everyone about the latest champion, Briar. What does everyone think of Briar? Because I, for the life of me, cannot make my mind up whether she is good, terrible, or... I mean, there's not really another option. I guess the third option would be I haven't learnt her yet. That's the only other option I can think of. Because, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking at the poll. Seeing if I can get this going. And I'm just gonna start the poll. Oh, it only lasts for a minute. Sag. I should have extended that. Oh, and it pops up in the chat and everything. This is great. Pip, timing's everything. Timing is everything. Kezus, Briar, haven't seen any successful plays yet, probably because of her passive thingy. Yeah, this is also one of the things as well. Like, I've played her a couple of times. She's an interesting one. She feels like... I thought Claudia just fell on the floor then. Hang on, let me get this cutscene out of the way and then I can give Briar my full
Your
attention.
Majesty, I've brought you a gift. An adventurer of the highest quality.
Claudia, you
A
bitch!
hefty dose of naivete and unbeatable freshness. You're sure to enjoy this one, my king.
We got 2 votes for the poll. Maybe is the winner. Nice. Thanks for voting, guys. That was a successful poll. And Claudia betrayed us. What a bitch. Bloody Claudia. She better not be a special enemy. She better just be a standard, whatever these ones are called. Baroness. Okay, good. She's just standard. Right, okay, Briar. Let's talk about Briar. She reminds me of old school champion design the sort of design where you press one button and the game does everything for you. That is basically how she runs. That's how she feels. I'm not entirely convinced that I like it. I've had some success with her, but I have mostly had unsuccess with her. I think most of it comes down to build, but her abilities, yeah. Regardless of what you do, she's basically a jump in, auto target someone, and basically slap them until they die. She is really, really simple, but at the same time, it's hard to pull off because that self-taunt that she does is brutal. It just completely, yeah, completely annihilates you in certain situations. I don't remember what this guy does. He summons a bloodthirsty spirit. He replays his turn if he's thirsty. Okay, he's gonna hit me, so let's hit him. Yeah. Because the art reminds me of Gorilla's character. Pip, more old school champs is better than more overloaded stuff. Now this is true, okay? This is true. This is a really good point, Pip, and this is what I was thinking about earlier. I think I had a conversation with one of my friends about this as well. When I was talking to them about Briar. It's true that having a design like hers is way better than a champion, for example, like Belveth, where there is so much in their kit that the overloading happens, and it's just like, what the actual frick is going on here? And yeah, like I said, Briar is simple in the sense that she is the old school, kind of like Warwick, where you just right click on someone and watch the auto attacks happen. That's more or less it. But she's complicated in the sense that her move combo is strange. It is strange. It can be a really good move combo, or it can be the worst move combo of your entire life. And there's sort of no in between. Like, yeah, her ult is probably one of the things that I hate the most. I really dislike her ult. Everything else I can kind of live with. But her ult, I really cannot get on board with her ult. Pip, was Belveth overloaded? She dashes and auto attacks. Okay, she's overloaded in the sense that she has some of the most text a champion has in the entire game. Now, it is simple that she just dashes 4 times in different directions and la-di-da-di-doo-da with her auto attacks. But when you actually find someone who knows the Belveth mechanics to a T, she is so overloaded, man. She takes Baron, and oh my god, you are dealing with... What is it's just like, she basically takes your minion wave, converts it to her minion wave, and then Baron buffs her own minions for no reason. For literally no reason. She's so annoying. And her kit is just really good. I mean, you've got the auto attack thing, but the fact that she can dash 4 times, and, you know, when she uses an ability, it increases her auto attack speed. She's got a really good knockup. And that knockup has an interaction with her dash. It like resets the dash in the direction she uses it or something like that. So again, she gets a 5th dash essentially. Hang on, I need to focus here. I'm messing this up a little bit. Let's just do big damage here. And do they have reserve? They do not have reserve, so let's spawn in Skull, reduce his attack. Okay, and Vlad will kill him next turn. And then obviously you have her E. Again, it's a really simple ability, but the amount of stuff that her E does is crazy. And then you have her ult. I mean, her ult in certain situations is so good. The health gain that she gets, the true damage that it does, and obviously it procs her passive, so the attack speed that it gives her. Yeah, she's got so much going on in her kit. Like, yeah, it's kind of stupid. It's really simple stuff. When you look at her abilities at face value, she is really simple. But when you read the text, that's where the overload comes in. She has so much text on her stuff. I think when she came out, I think one of the memes I saw the most was it would be a side-by-side clip of an old school champion like Nasus. And his passive's description, which is just he gains X amount of lifesteal, percentage lifesteal, done. And that's it. That's all there is to Nasus's passive. And then it opens up Belveth's passive, and it's just a huge list of text. Oh, it's a funny meme. It was a good meme. Very topical at the time. But yeah, the new champions tend to have so much going on with their stuff all the time. And Briar is quite tame. Briar and Neferi, to be fair, are quite tame. I think some people are of the opinion that Neferi is quite overloaded. I don't think she is. I think she's pretty okay with where she is right now in terms of her stuff. I mean, she just plays as an assassin. You know, her ult gives her movement speed. Yes, she runs around with minions, but that's not really an overload because they're basically Yorick minions in the way that she plays, which I think is fine. Yeah, she's just an assassin, a unique assassin. But some people hate it because she is strong. And she is strong. She is a very good champion. There's no disputing that, to be honest. And GG. Help Claudia escape. Well, we didn't really help her escape. She turned into a vampire and turned on us. And we got Nox again. Nice.
No! My king! Come back! I'll find another one. You! Why didn't you just go along with it? Because of you, the king is upset.
No, the king is dead.
And get his forgiveness for the affront.
Oh, she turns into a cool bat though. I can't complain about that. But yeah, Pip. In my experience, a W just CCs herself. I use it in close range and get blown up. Oh, is this talking about Briar now? Oh, wait. Or are you talking about Neferi? Because we did just talk about Neferi, didn't we? Oh, and there's Echo. Do you know what? Seeing as you mentioned her, we're going to buy her. Neferi. Yeah, that's her dash, isn't it? Target a champion and dash to them. Ah, I see. Okay, yes. Using it in close range is probably a silly idea. I think the best way to use her W is to ult, and then we have so many chests. I'm not going to open those right now. That's going to be so boring for everyone to watch. But let me wrap up Waven actually, and then we'll talk about Neferi. That was the companion build for Waven. It was hit and miss at the beginning. We did have a disadvantage with the daily. The daily did extra damage to us, which was a bit poo-poo, and I put myself into really, really unforgiving situations with my positioning. But it's fine. It worked. We completed the dungeon. We did all of the dailies. It's fine. We succeeded. So, yeah, it's a pretty fun build, to be honest. It depends how you like to play, but I had a lot of fun making this. This sort of build, this class is not the most fine-tuned for this build. I want to make that disclaimer very, very clear. I just ended up doing it on this guy for fun, and it kind of worked, so I stuck with it, because they nerfed, obviously, the powerful Dart Aura skill quite harshly. So yeah, we just tried something new once they changed the rings. If you play a class that can get auras really easily, so I know you've got the I can't remember what the classes are actually called, but the Zella has one with the owl auras, the Iop has one with the sword auras, the Kra has one with whatever auras these guys get, the dart auras. I'm not sure about the Enyuripsa because I've not played them, but I do know Enyuripsas get auras as well. And the SRAM can get the auras, although their auras don't quite work in the same way as everyone else's. Their auras give them traps rather than flat damage or healing. So Aura Kra, Aura Zella, or Aura Iop are the three that I would pick to do a companion build with, purely because you can get really good sustain with those auras. And there are a bunch of companions that you can play around with. I've been playing around with Dark Vlad. Again, I've already explained this. Because of his passive of gaining attack, he becomes a champion. He becomes a hero. And for some reason, the AI, when he is summoned with 500 health, the AI just ignores him the majority of the time. So he ends the fight with like 80 something attack, which is massive. He can soak up the arena hits, no problem. And that's where the tankiness really comes from in this build. Your companions are what are soaking up the damage, or should be soaking up the damage, rather than you. This build is just all about getting those companions as fast as possible. So they obviously changed the shield armbands, so you now get gauges instead of the shield. So that's what we're rolling with. And then obviously we're a fire build because fire companions. So yeah, it works. This is a build that could be tweaked, as I've said, in a lot of ways. And Pip's suggestion, which I may give a go at a future date if I end up spending gems to unlock character slots, is with Echo, who we finally have purchased. Here's your hero with their attack. So she would spawn in with my current build. She would probably end up having around 300 health. She gets 130%. So yeah, I think maybe, actually it's probably going to be closer to 270 health. And then maybe 23 or 24 attack. So if you just sit in the corner with her, you could get constant healing that way, and then have another companion like Vlad running around doing all of your damage. Yeah, there's a lot of combinations that can be done here. Another one that I've also thought to do is where is he? Gultard. Because he starts off with 30 attack flat, and his attack triggers explosion 2 times. So in one attack, he does 52 damage, that is hella damage. So he's another one that I've thought to do that with. There are a few others as well. Persimol is one. Where is he? Where is he? Persimol. This dude. He's another one that I've thought to do it with. Kilby could also be another one. I mean, he would be so tanky. It would just be crazy. But yeah, there are probably a good set of combinations. Again, depending on your class. But I think Brotherhood of the Forgotten are the companions that I would lean to the most with a companion build here, to be honest. The Brotherhood of the Forgotten is so good. So good. Pip, I personally enjoy the premium Zealot with companions. They can attack multiple times. Oh, nice. To be honest, that is one of the Zealots I know the least about. So, yeah, maybe there are other classes with their stuff that can be a lot better. I know the Shield IOP, they have a skill that triggers their companion's attack. This one here, Motivating Charge. So this could be another class that could work really well with it, to be honest. There's a lot of options out there. It's just finding what works. Which again, is one of the joys of this game, as we all know, for any of us who play it. But yeah, there we go. That is all I wanted to show with Waven. As I mentioned this in the last stream about the companion build, and I just really wanted to show it off. So there we go. That's that. Pip, premium requires investment because otherwise your companions Hashinishos just die. Yeah, this makes sense. Because they're the ones... they get to trigger mechanism every turn, is it? On their stuff? They're the gold looking ones, right? They're quite I mean, most of them are metal, they're Zellas. The premium catalyst. That's the full name, isn't it? It's the last of the options. It's the most difficult of the Zella. It's got the 3-star difficulty. Anyway. Yeah, they can reactivate the stuff. Yeah. I know which ones you're talking about. Okay, right. We're going to hop over then to our last game. Which is Vintage Story. Pip, one of their skill gems reactivates companions. Oh my goodness. That's actually sick. I'm going to have a proper look. I think because I haven't bought the battle pass this time, I think the gems that I've gained from the free pass, I'm going to end up buying a character slot because I really want to experiment with another class. I think I've done everything I sort of can do with the classes that I've got. So yeah. And premium, how you've just described it sounds very interesting actually. There's yeah. It's going to be hard to pick another class because I kind of want to do another difficult class like another Zella, for example. But I also want to make an Enyaripsa because I've not made one yet. And I feel like I need to get the full kind of experience with the current classes. I mean, I've played with plenty of Zellas, with plenty of Enyaripsas, so I generally do know what each of the classes is like. Thanks to people like you, Pip, with your demonstration with the scalpel. But yeah, I do need to make an Enyaripsa myself, so I can personally have an opinion about how they play. But that's interesting about the premium. I had no idea they could reactivate companions. That's actually really interesting. So thank you for sharing that. Right, yes, sorry. Let me get into Vintage Story. Now, Pip, you weren't here last time. We started playing a game called Vintage Story in our last stream. Let me just update the stream title. We are Vintage Story Part 2. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. Done and dusted. Stream has been updated. This is a fantastic game. I think the majority of people watching here know it, but Pip, have you ever heard of Vintage Story? Before I just assume that you haven't. Pip, I at least looked at all of the skill trees for the characters, so I kind of know what their deal is. That's actually really smart. I think if I do unlock another character slot, I think I'll just make a character and flick through their characteristics pages. That's actually a really smart idea. I can't believe I've not thought to do that before. Fenny, I cannot wait to see how many say, "Is this Minecraft?" I mean, the easiest way to describe Vintage Story, so for you, Pip, and for anyone else that's watching, Vintage Story is basically, I believe the mod set is RL Craft in Minecraft, which just makes Minecraft, it attempts to make Minecraft more realistic and difficult in the way that it plays out. Vintage Story basically takes that idea. You've obviously got the blocky style graphics and world and whatnot, but it takes the idea of the immersion from something like RL Craft and just sort of amplifies it. And so they've made their game entirely around like complex mechanics, which we'll just get into playing, and you'll see it anyway. Oh, and there's an update. I won't update now. I will do that when I'm offline. But yeah, I mean, the easiest way to describe it is it's a more in-depth Minecraft, but it's so unique in the way they've done their visuals and again the mechanics of the game itself. They've done such a good job with this. It's a very niche little game, and I absolutely love it. And Kizus was enjoying that last time. I'm glad you enjoyed it last time. I enjoyed it last time. It's just such a good game. Right, so yeah, where we left off with, we made ourselves a little house, a little dirt house on the side of a mountain. It's pretty chill. We were managing actually to get quite a lot of food, if I am not mistaken. I don't really want to cook the chicken, because we did actually manage to get we did get clay, so we can actually do some clay things. So this will be a good introduction actually, Pip, of what I mean about the complexities of this game. So there are a bunch of things that we can craft with clay. Let's just put this down. Here is our little recipe selection. We can craft bowls, a clay oven, planters, cooking pots, crocks, crucibles, flower pots, ingot molds, jugs, shingles, storage vessel, an anvil, bunch of different molds, and a watering can. And once you select your recipe, we want a cooking pot. Where is the cooking pot gone? We don't want a crucible. Cooking pot, raw cooking pot. We then, true, I know it's not just Pip here, Fenny, I know. But for Pip's sake, for Pip's sake, I want to explain it like this. So let me press G, get closer to it. So you then actually have to make the pot. So we remove the clay, everything that's in orange we remove, and then everything in green we add. It's beautiful. It takes time. You've got to have patience for stuff like this. It does take time. But this level of immersion just makes this so enjoyable. It's so relaxing sometimes. I don't know. It's so satisfying. I love it personally. I can see some people not liking it because obviously it takes time. In Minecraft, everything's instant. You just craft it and it's there. It's done. But no, Vintage Story. Ah, yeah. They've done so well with the immersion in this game. And I'm going to stop trying to explain stuff. We'll just see it as we come along, as we progress. So, yeah, we basically got a pretty decent setup last time with the house. We're making good progress. We are making good progress. Right, yeah, we need to... I need to remember, actually... not clay forming... Pit kiln. So we need a 1x1 hole, dry grass, sticks, and firewood. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I remember. I'm gonna make multiple things actually. So we want... I don't need 4 cooking pots. We definitely need 4 bowls. What was it? F. Select tool mode 2. Oh, we got a little thunderstorm going on. Let's do 3. Oops, oops. Right, then we go back to 1. So I think I'm just going to make bowls, and I might make a storage vessel for some of the seeds, actually. We're going to need to dig a basement, because it's going to be cooler for food storage underground. That's going to be a smart thing to do. And we've got plenty of space in the house to do that, so it shouldn't be too bad. Right, so that is 4 bowls. Cool. I should probably make 4 crocs. Yeah, okay, we'll do 4 crocs and then we'll do a storage vessel as well. Pip, looks nice to be honest. It really is, it really is. Like, this game is just right up my alley. This is just my type of game in a nutshell. I mean, I do like a lot of genres, but when it comes to like survival craft, open world, like this game just ticks so many boxes for me. And out of the, I've probably played it for about maybe 20 hours total, so not a massive amount of time. I've really not made it that far in this game. So everything up until copper is kind of what I'm comfortable with. Everything after that, I have no clue. It's all new to me after that. Never quite gotten that far. I'd say we did pretty well last week though when we started this. I usually spend at least a couple of in-game days just running around exploring aimlessly, trying to find like the perfect place to build. Which is a curse that I have. But we managed to settle down pretty quickly, and we're in a pretty good area to be honest. We've got a lot of good resources around us within like a 1,000 meter radius. I don't really know how far that translates. Well, actually, let's say blocks. In a 1,000 block radius, we've got a lot of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Yeah, it's crafting like this is what takes a little while, but it's necessary. This is going to help us out so much. So these crocs, once we start cooking meals, we'll be able to store them in these for future dates, so we don't have to cook them and then watch them spoil, because the food system in this is brutal. You've really got to be on your A game. Stuff can spoil very, very fast if you're not careful. And that's not good. I don't want to die. Actually, speaking of dying, I don't think we actually died last time at all, did we? We came close. We came exceptionally close. But I don't think we ever actually tipped the bucket, so to speak. Right, that is all of that. Spelt. Don't I have spelt? I do. Got onion seeds. Oh, do let me know if the game music suddenly gets really loud. I think Fenny mentioned it last time that it suddenly got way louder than me. Right, how do we want to do this? Let's dig here, here, and here. Okay, we've got cooking pot, in there. Got bowls. And actually, we've got 3 spare spaces. What else could we potentially make? Okay, I should probably make a crucible. The storage vessel takes up an entire block. It's a big... I can't remember how big the molds are. I think they take up a whole spot as well. Let's just do a crucible so we can make them at the same time. Efficiency. Back to the 1. So for anyone watching, does anyone have a... Actually, I suppose I should probably ask, do people enjoy survival craft games or not really? Is it something that tickles anyone's gaming desire? If so, what is a survival craft game that absolutely brings you back time and time again? Because there are a lot of good ones out there, it has to be said. The creativity of some people is so good. Right, fill it up with grass. Oh yeah, we need our knife back. We've got a lot of grass to collect. And luckily we're surrounded by it, so it shouldn't take long to get all of the grass we need. Oh, that was weird. Tempted to do a 360 no-scope for no reason there. Yeah, because in terms of survival games for me, obviously the 7 Days to Die, we played that one not too long ago. We made pretty good progress in that. I absolutely adore that game as well. Yeah, 7 Days, Minecraft, Terraria, probably are the ones that I've played the most. Vintage Story does have a lot, as I've already said, it does have a lot of the components that I enjoy from survival games. Right, we need sticks. We're gonna have to go out and chop some trees down. Actually, where is the closest forest? This way. Ooh, Factorio. That's a brilliant genre though, with the automation stuff. I am also a huge fan of games like that. Factorio is on my list of games I hope to play at some point. Because I really like, I really like Satisfactory. I really like the Rift Breaker as well, and Factorio just seems like a combination of both of those games. So I feel like I would absolutely love it. But Pip, they're not your kind of game, and that's absolutely fair enough. It isn't for everyone. Just like FPS tends to not really be a genre for me, but occasionally there's one that I really like. But Factorio is a brilliant suggestion. I have seen clips of it, so I do know it is a good game. Or I guess Conan Exiles, but I didn't really play the game, I just might. Pip, by the definition, you have played Conan Exiles. That's basically it, isn't it? But Conan Exiles, that is another fantastic game. Actually, speaking of Conan Exiles, they've just released a huge update that's revamped the purge system. It's making me want to play it again. Again, another really good suggestion. Considering they're not your type of game, Pip, that's 2 suggestions back to back. They're absolutely fantastic. Are you sure you don't like them? Those are 2 very good titles. Conan Exiles. That's a lot of fun. Can be a bit slow. I feel like what's Ark? Ark is another one in the same kind of style as Conan Exiles. In the way the leveling up and the crafting is done, I feel like those games are extremely slow unless you're playing with quite a big clan or party. So if you're playing with a small group or if you're playing solo, speeding some of the processes up, I feel like is quite necessary. Fenny, all I did was tame wolves. That is true. All you did when you figured out that you could get animals, you would just run around, steal pups, and convert them. Good times, Fenny. It was a very good tactic, let's be honest. It worked a charm. You did very well with your animal taming. Pip, I mean, I don't own Minecraft. That's fair enough, that's fair enough. Minecraft, when Minecraft was first in the early... No, not early access. We're talking proper alpha. Definitely not early access. Minecraft was like mind-blowing when I first saw it. That game, oh my goodness, yeah. First time I saw someone play it. Oh, what an experience. And then the first time I played it. It's a proper nostalgia hit, Minecraft. But yeah, Minecraft's an interesting one now, because it's definitely not for everyone. Even back when it was super new and super popular, definitely not for everyone. And even now, it's I mean, I feel like for the past couple of years, it's been pretty stagnant. I want to say ever since the takeover from Mojang to Microsoft, I feel like Minecraft became very stagnant. But I mean, it's still very popular. It still does very well. Oh, I'm getting weird FPS lag again. I don't know why this keeps happening. It's really stuttery on the mouse for some reason. Oh, actually, I just missed another blueberry bush. But yeah, Minecraft for me will always have a sweet spot though. Ooh, another one actually, which is a very, very interesting discussion. I won't go into it in detail because I don't think many people know about it. Cube World. That's all I'm going to say. If you know it, then you know it. If you don't know it, you don't know it. But oh my god, what a tragic story. The only reason that Cube World has popped into my head is because its creator has suddenly resurfaced again after, what is it, like 2 years of disappearing? And he's pulled that move on the community twice. Sorry, I've just plugged in my mouse. I think it was getting stuttery because the battery was getting low. At least I hope that's the reason. Yeah, there are a lot of good games out there. Pit, okay. Yeah, Fenny, might be a scam, might be a real game. Shrug, who knows? I have no faith in him. As much as I want to love the game, I have no faith in him. So I'm voting scam. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm voting scam. If I had to bet on it, I would be betting scam. It'll be a scam that won't happen for another 2 years. When it finally happens, it'll be a rave. Everyone who was there from the beginning will buy it again. The creator is going to take everyone's money again, is going to laugh, and just disappear. He's just going to pull the exact same move that he's pulled the previous 2 times. Because he's pulled it twice, and he's still being forgiven by the community. It's just crazy. But Pip, I was going to ask, what would you class as your genre? What is your genre of gaming? Like, if you had to pick maybe 2 titles, what are the 2 games that are just like, this is Pip's gaming right here? And Fenny, they just literally want the game. It's true, because he's got a great product. He just lacks... I don't know what it is he lacks. The decency, the willpower, I mean... It's probably a big list of what he lacks. He's got the ideas, you've got to give him credit. He's got the talent, he can code and model and all of the stuff that is needed. But there's just this long list of stuff as well that he just lacks because he just can't do it. He just can't deliver it. For whatever reasons, he just can't deliver it. Roguelikes! Yes! Oh. Okay, yeah, massive respect, Pip. I respected you a lot before, but I respect you even more now. Roguelikes are fantastic. You've picked an amazing choice there. Right, this is quartz, isn't it? Let me just mark this on the map. Right, go on then. You've got to give us some roguelikes that you like. What are some titles that you just absolutely adore? I then have a follow-up question for a roguelike game, but I want to let you answer my question first. I'm good at bombarding with people with questions, I have to admit. It's definitely a talent I have. What's that? You've mentioned one topic that is of slight interest to me? Have 100 questions in response. Sorry, but not sorry. Man, our stick collection is not going well. We only have 40 sticks, and I have run through an entire forest. That is not good. I need so many more sticks. I'm a little bit upset that I can't craft sticks from, like, firewood or something. Like, chop them down even further. That is definitely something that upsets me. I mean, it's not really that good of a forest, is it? I mean, we are on the outskirts of it now. I kind of need to cycle around back into it. Let's eat some blueberries. Oh, 360 hours in Slay the Spire. That is a classic. I got to play that for the first time. Ooh, I think it was like 6 months ago. I can't remember if it was Epic Games might have been giving it away. But yeah, I had a lot of fun on that. Monster Train, okay. I've heard of that one. I don't know too much about it, but I have heard of it. That is definitely a title I've heard of. Rogue Book, okay, that is one I have not heard of. What is Rogue Book? Is that another deck builder? I can understand why you've, if you do like the roguelikes, I can understand why you've taken to Waven. I definitely understand that now. Oh, there's a big cave. Deep cave. It's a deep cave. We're not going to go down into the deep cave. Not until we've got armor, good weapons. Man, there's a lot of cave entrances around here, actually. And a lot of sticks, finally. What are we up to? 54. That's pretty good. 55. I think we'll get a stack of 64. I think 64 will be plenty for our needs right now. But it's just nice having an excess just in case. Excellent. Pip, one I haven't tried out yet, but looks great, is Wild Frost. Came out recently. I've not heard of that one either. I do like to have a little look through some of the little indie games, because every now and then they just come out with some absolute amazing games. Like, yeah, a lot of them are the sorts of games that I would love to be able to work on myself. Because the ideas, the mechanics and stuff they come out with are so good. Like, you can just get on board with them so easily. Just very, very engaging and pleasant mechanics. But Wild Frost, I'll have to bank that one in the memory and have a look at that one. Nova Drift. I feel like I've heard of Nova Drift. Just to be safe and sorry, I'll say I haven't heard of Nova Drift, but for some reason that sounds familiar. Have you ever played, Pip, Dungeon of the Endless? That was going to be my follow-up question earlier. Dungeon of the Endless. And roadbook is a deck builder combined with map exploring. Oh, nice. That sounds quite nice. I like map exploring and I like deck building. Oh, across the obelisk. Yes. Yes. That is another good one. The runs take an hour or so, so they're a bit long for my taste. That's fair enough. In that case, yeah, Dungeon of the Endless probably isn't quite in your scope for roguelikes, I would imagine then, because those sessions can be really long for Dungeon of the Endless. Amplitude Studios, they make some fantastic games. Their Endless games are so good. Endless Legend is definitely my favorite game from them. I know Endless Space is very good as well, but Dungeon of the Endless and their new one, Endless Dungeon, they, oh my god, so good. So good. You've not played it, but you've heard of it. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, if you like the snappy roguelikes, I don't think Dungeon of the Endless will tick the box for you, but you never know. It's, again, that type of game is right up my street. Actually, in the last stream, they have a closed beta at the moment for their latest one, Endless Dungeon, which is basically the 3D version of Dungeon of the Endless. I think Kazus played this as well, or at least watched streams of it, knows about it. It's fantastic. It's so good. So if you want to have a little peek at Endless Dungeon, I highly recommend going to my previous stream. It's the first game we played in that stream, so just like skip to 10 minutes or something, and you can have a little look at it there. Very, very good game. I can't wait for the full release. I need to play it multiplayer as well, actually, whilst the beta is closed beta is live. Should probably start messaging people on the Discord for it. So I've not yet done co-op play. I know, Kazus, we mentioned that last time. You've not played it yet, but you've pre-ordered it. Yeah, get on the pre-order list. Yeah, I've pre-ordered it as well. It's to be honest, for what the game is, it's a pretty decent price. And their pre-orders weren't too bad. Obviously, you can spend tons of money on it and get their, like, premium character skins. Which, I mean, depends how much money you have, depends how much you want to support the game and whatnot, but yeah, I thought it was pretty decently priced for what that game is and what it's going to be in the future. It's a very easy game to continue developing. Quartz bits. Oh, we've got more clay here. Right, now we're going to turn back and head back to the house, and we've got more. Is that red currant? It is. Ooh. There we go. This has been successful. We've got a full stack of sticks. We've got lots of berries, so we're good for food. We just need to start getting this pottery going properly. Right, is these cranberries? These are cranberries. But yeah, Kazus, when the full release comes out, man, if you're up for it, I would highly be up for doing some co-op of Endless Dungeon. If you'd be up for that, keep that on the back burner if you are up for that. Yeah, it's a very good game. Sure, there we go. It's a deal. If I remember and if you remember, it's a deal. I can't promise I'll remember because my memory is shit. It's so bad. I mean, last episode should have been enough, and anyone that's watched me play Waven should be enough to prove my memory is bad. I can't remember challenges for the life of me in Waven, and I think I mentioned that I needed to set a waypoint for my house at least 5 times within the space of half an hour in Vintage Story, and did not do it. I mean, I've only just done it. logging in today. Only just set the waypoint today. I remember things eventually, let's put it that way. But anyone else in the chat, anyone else that is willing to participate, does anyone else have a favorite genre or maybe a favorite title or two of game? So it's interesting hearing what you guys are really interested in as well. I think it's interesting, okay, like especially with Pip, now that Pip's shared a bit more about what they're into, I understand a little bit more about why you turned up in the first place with Waven, why you play Waven. You know, it just feels cool connecting some of those dots. I like it. Not to mention, great taste in games. We gotta celebrate that. Hopefully no one here is a COD fanatic. Oh yeah, Kezus, we mentioned this last time. Yeah, Binding of Isaac, of course. Classic. Absolute classic. Yeah. And again, great title. Not one I've played personally. I mean, I mentioned this last time, but I've watched people play through it, so I do know it, and it is up there in my brain as a classic game, Binding of Isaac, for sure. Right, oh, we found some turnips. Let's get okay, yeah. Let's just get rid of the singular stick, and let's get the turnips. Ooh, now do I keep the seats? Let's get rid of that. Pip, I mean, I still play LOL, so it can't be that great. I also still play LOL. It's funny because there are so many amazing games this year alone. I mean, even if you take into account the past couple of years, like, we have been blessed with so many good titles. But this year alone, like, oh my god, we've had so many good games. And then there's just me, still playing League. Still playing League. Cases, great community in LoL. Great community. Oh, I can hear baby has returned from their trip out. I don't know if you can hear her in the background. But yeah, the League community, man. Let's not even talk about it. It's so horrible. Have you seen their latest questionnaire that they put out, like when you logged in and their pop-up came up like, oh, would you provide us with some feedback? And like their entire questionnaire was about player behavior. It's all about player behavior and how it's impacted your games and stuff. Right, how do we... Oh, it's shift remove. There we go. Shift right click. So if we can get this set up, this would be really good actually. And then we get our fire starter and ignite this. And our pottery kilns are on the way. So it is raining. I still don't know if rain has an impact on lighting fires in this game. I know it impacts the campfire. I'm not sure if it impacts pit kilns. I don't think it does. Okay, just also read an article about bans and how they do not permaban. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I know in their next patch they're supposed to be making change. Wait, is it the next patch? Well, they're supposed to be making changes to penalties, ranked penalties, for people who are reported and found guilty. They're going to be forced into playing normal games before they can return to ranked. I can't remember how many they have to play, But yeah, like they'll have to do normal draft, normal blind, or ARAM, which is kind of sad because it means we're going to get all of the toxic ranked players forced into ARAM, which I'm not looking forward to. As an ARAM player, I'm not looking forward to that. We don't want them. Ranked can keep them. We don't want them. Right, yeah, the rain is affecting the pit kilns, which is quite sad. I might have to make a little... we're gonna have to dig up some dirt. Gonna have to just make like a little umbrella essentially for the pit kilns. Ooh, okay, we need one more dirt. Just take this one. Yes, the landscape now looks ugly, but who cares? Yeah, League of Legends. What a game. I did the very, very first time I did a stream, it was ARAMs. It was around the time the new items came out, so like Heartsteel, and it was Heartsteel Pike. When Heartsteel, pre-Heartsteel nerfs, and you could just get ludicrous amounts of attack damage through Heartsteel with Pike. Yeah. And then I realized I would get no viewers if I streamed League of Legends. Because it's when everything was Heartsteel. Exactly, exactly. What's that? You're an assassin? Just build Heartsteel. What's that? You're an AD carry? Just build Heartsteel. What's that? You're a bruiser? Just build Heartsteel. So broken. Original Heartsteel, so broken. It's one of these things that, like, did Riot not use their brains when they made when they made and released those items? Like, it's just crazy. I can't believe half of the stuff that comes out of Riot Games. Like, it's just... Okay, the Riot Games studio for League of Legends, I hear they do actually do really well with Wild Rift. But the League of Legends studio, man, like, what the hell are they doing? And they get paid so much money. Right, I've just realized that we've got bushes here that are actually quite close to this fire, so I'm just gonna block this off. Actually, maybe we don't need to block that. If we get rid of the grass, we should be okay. Just put another block there. Jesus, it flippin' worked. It did flippin' work. That's what made it so flippin' annoying. And have they ever? I don't think they ever have. Actually, the last time they used their brains was Dominion, the Star Guardian event, the Odyssey event, and old Twisted Tree Line. Not the one with Vilemore, but the original Twisted Tree Line. And Kazus, I remember when you could solo Baron with Teemo, having only Mandra's Blood Razor. Oh my god, that's taking it back. Yes. Oh, Blood Razor. That is a throwback item and a half. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, Season 1 and Season 2, completely different games. Completely different games. Oh, actually, yeah, I wanted to chop down some trees because I want to finish my house. We got a lot of room. We've not got a massive amount of room. If we get rid of that, got turnip seeds, onion, chicken, and feathers. Pip, they've eaten their digger. It's doggo time. Have fun with realistic Minecraft. Thank you so much, Pip. It's been a pleasure having you here, man. Have fun with the doggos. And we'll catch you next time. possibly catch you later, depending on what your schedule's like. But enjoy, Pip. Have a good one. Yeah, I hope that my streaming can get better, because yeah, like I said, there's just so many good titles coming out, and like I would love to be able to showcase more stuff, and actually get like series going on properly, because I mean I had to cut short because I can only really stream one time a week, and it's only really viable for me to stream one time a week at the moment due to personal life. And you know, I'm not I'm not a popular streamer, so it's like why should I push myself and have risk potential burnout? But like I would love to be able to get to that point where I can stream a lot of what's going on in the gaming environment, because yeah, there's just so much good stuff going on right now. I mean, we've got Cyberpunk 2.0 that's come out. That is getting all of the rave. It's been so highly rated, which is so nice to see, because Cyberpunk deserves it. It deserves a revive from its release. But then of course we've got Phantom Liberty coming out as well in a couple of days off of the back of 2.0. So yeah, we've obviously had Baldur's Gate 3, we've had Starfield, we've had Tears of the Kingdom this year, Hogwarts Legacy. Like, I'd love to be able to be a part of sharing all of that. Maybe one day we'll get there, but yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty chill with how it's going right now. I think I just need to be a bit smarter with how I do series. So 7 Days to Die was probably the series I did the best. We did a good amount of time and episode in that. Or parts, I should say. They're not really episodes. But like with Vintage Story, for example, like I need to make sure that I do get a good amount of content in with Vintage Story. And Kezis, by the way, I wishlisted a game yesterday you might enjoy. Into the Necrovale. Interesting. This sounds interesting. The name has piqued my interest. Your recommendation has piqued my interest. I actually need to make a list of these these games. What was the one Pip recommended? Was it Wild Frost? I'm actually, hang on, just give me 2 moments. I'm actually going to make a note of these, because I will forget otherwise. Let's literally just get a notepad. I think it was Wild Frost. And Jesus, we've got Into the Necrovale. Interesting. What's the genre for this one? What's the play style? These parsnips are almost done. As soon as they're done, we're going to be leaching them. Oh yeah, I need to remember what type of wood I should be collecting for my house, actually. I think I'm using pine. Am I using pine? We're using pine. Cool. I think I need to get onto the roof. Oh, I need my shovel. Yeah, let me get my shovel. I was trying to break the axe. I suppose I still can break the axe. Make the firewood. Never mind, it's an invincible axe. Take both shovels. Sorry, this isn't the most interesting part of the gameplay, but I want to make sure that the house is in the condition I want it in. Jesus Dungeon Crawler, kind of Binding of Isaac meets Dead Cells and Black Skylands. Okay, I don't know Black Skylands, but Dungeon Crawler, Binding of Isaac, and Dead Cells alone sounds interesting enough. Dead Cells is also another fantastic game. Ooh, Pine Seed. Yes, like that. Oh, I wonder actually. Is it 3 for bone meal? Oh, we need the grinder. I do remember the grinder. Oh, we're not done with the house. I still have logs. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that one, Cases. Thanks for the recommendation. I have made a note. Oh dear. Parkour. I can't parkour here. I keep jumping too far. Maybe I should not sprint jump. There we go, there we go. Sprint jump was the problem. Right, so we do logs. It is, on the topic of indie games, it is, I've already said it, it is absolutely amazing what some studios come out with. I think what's been really impressive in the past couple of years that I've never really noticed before is how many good solo devs there are. Like, there are some solo devs that put major studios to shame, like with how they maintain frequent updates, content, bug fixes, and like even just the game itself. Like, it's crazy. So many good people out there, talented people. Just wish I was one of them. Oh, right, actually I've just remembered there is an item I need to make. Because we can get rid of this gravel. I think I need more logs. Yeah, I actually, just as a random fact, I actually started applying for some gaming studio jobs. Mainly on like the testing side, or if they had like junior producer kind of stuff. I was looking at those as well. Sadly, no luck yet, but yeah, boy, I would love to get into that industry. I think that's now my new goal. If it can't be computer games, I would happily settle for board games. I have just as much fascination with board games, and I plan on eventually being able to stream board games and stuff as well, because I would love to be able to review board games, because again, just so many talented people out there in that industry. Right, we've got flint. Let's make another axe head, because I'm gonna need one. We're gonna be chopping down a lot of trees. Right, axe head. If we do bone axe. Jesus, yeah, I like them more than most AAA game companies. That's a really good point. I think, okay, 2023 has been an exception to the rule, but I think generally in a year, I probably play small indie games, League of Legends excluded, but I probably play small indie games maybe 3 times as much as I would play a major title. Jesus, you love board games as well? Awesome. I'm hoping to... I'm probably going to move my desk around so that I can kind of stack my board games in the background. Because I think that would be a bit more interesting than just darkness. It might light up the face cam a bit more as well. But yeah, I'd love to be able to show off a bit about board games. From Death of Love, I heard raining. I thought it was real life for a second. You know you've got good rain sounds if that's the case. It's supposed to be super windy with storm warning earlier, so it seemed like a possibility. A very happy coincidence, I suppose, then. Vintage story, rain and thunderstorm. With local rain and thunderstorm. And Kazu's league started indie? It did. Indie game studio, man. Indie studio. Crazy. And now it's all about the money. I can't help myself but look at job postings within Riot Games every now and then as well. Not that I'll ever get anything. They have one studio in the UK which is like really, really small, and all of their other studios are either in America or Asia, which is just like, I don't think will ever happen. But just for fun, I look at them occasionally and I think, maybe. Do I want this face up? No, let's put it sideways. Wait, that was in-game win. Oh my god, wait, no it's not. God, I'm so confused. I'm glad from Death of Love we could cause so much real life confusion with Vintage Story. To be honest, their game sounds are so good. I find rain and thunder in general is a game sound that not many games really get correct. But Vintage Story is really pleasant. I feel like they did a really good job with their stuff. Right, and I think this is the last bit I can do for now. Oh wait, no. It's one more, isn't it? Yeah, let's put that back. Put that back. There we go. We've got a weird house frame. Right, we've got enough dirt now, so I can probably make some more paths. Oh, and I need to set up the farm as well. Okay, let's leave the gravel in there for now. Actually, no, let's make the thing I wanted to make. I don't remember how to make it. Wooden pan. Oh, it's literally one oak log, or one log, and a knife. Let's put this back. Oh, sugar. I did not want to do that. There we go, wooden pan. I guess we'll just leave the club on here. Right, I just need a shovel, a wooden pan. We need gravel. I suppose I'll just put the clay in here for now. And we can eat some food. Kazu's Dr. Disrespect started his own company. You can too. That's very true. That's very true. I have been toying with the idea because I'm actually developing my own board game right now. It's very slow. I've been working on it for the past 2 years. I'll say 2 years. It's been very on and off. It's been extremely part-time, but I have been developing my own one, and so the goal is ultimately to start my own company, and hopefully it'll be a success. But I'd love to not just limit it to board games. I'd love to be able to do computer games as well, because yeah, it's my passion. I love it. I've discovered my passion a little bit too late. I was a bit ashamed about the fact that I loved computer games so much when I was younger, mainly due to I had quite a religious upbringing. So computer games, even though it's been a pleasure part for me of life, I've never ever considered it anything more than that, and it's been something that I tend to like hide from people, which is why it's taken me so long to create digital content. Like, I've always been interested in YouTube, Twitch, and I've wanted to make content for years, but I've just never done it out of fear, basically. But yeah, starting to turn that around, and I've realized that actually, no, it is the area I want to be involved in. So we'll see. I have hopes. It'll be hard, but we'll see. From this, H for house. What does that mean? Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. H for house. Oh, I'm stupid. There's a literal H on my house. I get it. As you can tell, I'm a very observant human being. Oh dear. Right, here we go. Panning. This is also not a very fascinating thing to watch, but I can get some good resources from this, so I need to do it. Get gravel or sand, sieve it through the water, and hope for some good items. We've got a copper arrowhead already. I don't think we're going to get too much. Sometimes you can get really lucky with this, actually. Kazers, cool, don't know how old you are, but the same here. Gaming has made a big impact in the last 10 years, and it's even a sport now. Exactly. I think if I had a lot more confidence when I was younger, not gonna lie, I probably would have tried doing League of Legends esports to some degree. I'm not saying like high level professional, but just like amateur tournaments, just trying to like win prize pools or whatever and just do something with it. I think I probably definitely would have done that. And from Death of Earth, gotta pan some bony soil. That's very true. Bony soil is better. Now we've got a little bit of clay. I'm just hoping for a bronze, no, copper spearhead. If I can get a copper spearhead out of pure luck, then this would be very, very good. I don't think it's going to happen though. Have I dropped anything? We have been dropping stuff. So we have got copper nuggets. Oh, I'm not sure what this other stuff is. I don't have enough room. We got, yeah, let's get rid of the feathers. Ah, we could get rid of the onion seeds as well. I think that's everything that we're going to be able to get rid of. Right, so what was this? Cassiterite? No idea what that is. And quartz. Kazu's played Medal of Honor Allies Assault on a highish level when I was younger. Nice. Oh man, the old Medal of Honor games. So when I was younger, I was a lot more competitive, I would say, in the way that I played games. Apart from MMOs, I've always hated PvP in MMOs. Anyway, but like Medal of Honor, Call of Duty. Yeah, I used to love those games when I was younger. But that's so cool that you played it at a highish level. That's decent. I suck at FPS now. Like if I had to play FPS now, it'd be absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Is that flint? I think that's flint. Actually, can I make a bucket? I don't remember how to make a bucket in this game. Might have to look that up. Yeah, I feel like I quickly dropped out of FPS when I moved from console to PC. I feel like that's the turning point in gaming for me. Because yeah, console, it was always like Halo, Call of Duty, and then Medal of Honor. When I would go to like my cousin's house, they had Medal of Honor on the PlayStation. Yeah. But going to computer with the massive variety of games that you've got on PC, like, yeah, it's completely different. Oh, it's 41% spoiled. The meat is spoiling. Oh yeah, we're just gonna have to cook this. Crap, I didn't even pay attention to the fact I still had meat. Get this cooking as fast as possible. From Death of the, I only started multiplayer online games at 18 and started with League of Legends. Not the greatest introduction. Lots of rage at me. Yeah, that's true. It's not the best introduction. The very first introduction I had to online gaming was RuneScape. I was really, really young. My cousin played it. And then I just like happened to be around at his house. And then like saw him playing it, so I just sat next to him and watched him play it, and it absolutely fascinated me. So that's like the earliest memory I have of online gaming. And then it went to things like Club Penguin, Dofus, World of Warcraft. Can't forget World of Warcraft. Yeah. So I still have that kind of like itch in me to play MMORPGs, but none of them are very good at the moment. That's my personal opinion. And cases went to PC, went PC, console, and back to PC. And when I play FPS on console, it feels weird now. Yeah, I can imagine it feels weird. I know my friend has done something similar. He's done console, PC, console. The only reason he's gone back to console is because he can't afford a PC yet. But yeah. He says it feels weird going back to console. From Death of the Love, the first game I played, I got screamed at so hard I pulled out the internet dongle and cried. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's ruthless. I was very lucky. So RuneScape, when I was younger, RuneScape was probably the worst of my experience because back then it was all about scamming. And obviously being young, not understanding the game, and being really naive, I was the easiest scamming target. So I got scammed all the time in RuneScape. It's probably the most upset I ever got. Then I just ended up raging when I moved on to Call of Duty. I never really raged at Halo because I didn't play the multiplayer so much in the competitive sense. But I played custom games, and oh my god, so much fun. So much fun. I have very good memories. Halo 3 is peak online play for me, like when I was younger. So good. For Blessed Love, we didn't have good or rather usable internet for a long time. Yeah. And you get points now! Yeah. I must apologize in advance. I did try and get some, like, actually interesting function for the points, but I still need to do a bit more in terms of whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I still need to do a bit more in terms of adding in interesting ones and figuring out costs and stuff. For Death of the Redeemed Hydrate, thank you very much. All of this talking, I am actually forgetting to hydrate, and my throat is actually really sore, so that was really good timing. Ah, you can spam. I see. That is a very big problem. I'll just take 3 sips to make sure. 1. 2. 3. Oh no, you keep going. Ah, there we go, there we go. No, Fenny, not you too. That is one hydrated boy. Cases, sorry, your message is disappearing. Competitive gaming brings out the worst in people though. Same with some board games for me. Okay, so this is interesting. League does bring out the worst in me for competitive play. I think the last time I did like hardcore PvP in another online game was probably New World when that came out. And I didn't actually ever rage at that. The only thing I would rage at in that was more to do with the actual game and the developers rather than the actual PvP itself. The PvP itself was pretty okay. But it was just the devs and their incompetence that ruined it. Board games is interesting. When I was younger, I used to be like aggressively competitive with board games and sport. And then I don't know when that changed, but I'm glad it did change. At some point it did change, and so now I'm pretty good with board games. Right, I'm just gonna drink the rest of my drink, Benny, and hope that makes up for all of the hydration spam. I am hydrated. Thank you. Death of love, he shall be drowned. Oh dear. Actually, this reminds me, I saw a clip of this guy. He set up, I just don't know how he did it, but he spent an entire night basically in a closet. He had set up loads of, like electrical components. And then people could pay, I think it was only bits, instead of channel points, but people could pay bits to activate the electrical bits in his little closet. One of them was like, it would flash he had a really bright lamp, and it would flash the lamp like for a split second, so like a flashbang. Another one was like a fan, it would turn a really strong fan on at him. Another one was this gun that would shoot little pellets at him. So funny. Not that I'm ever going to do anything like that, but this hydration spam just reminded me of it. 6 out of 12. I'm joking, I bet I counted. I would do more, but my drink is empty. And cases, me too. Although I can find the fun in most games now, that helps a lot. I stopped taking much too serious. Yeah, League is probably the only game for some reason that I just keep taking too seriously, and it's a curse. It's very much a curse. Right, just picking up all of the stuff we've got. Right, blue clay, we don't need metal parts, flint. Okay, I think we've got everything. Bony ribcage, can I not just turn that into... Maybe I have to place it. Yeah, there we go, and then we get the bones. Right, okay. We don't have any cattails, so I can't make another chest. Oh, but I've completely forgotten about the food again. We've got the chicken. Chicken. We need firewood. Oh, and the fire is still hot. Good. That was too much firewood. We can put all of that back. Yeah, I feel like generally I'm pretty okay in games. I suppose games like Dark Souls, Souls-like, I'm good up until a point. Like if I get super stuck on something, that's when I start getting frustrated. But generally, more often than not, it's okay. So actually, Casus, whilst board game is in my brain, do you have a particular favorite board game? I'd be very interested in knowing if you're willing to share. Because again, there are a lot of good board games out there. Right, has the... Ah, yes, the pottery has finished. What is this? A dead hare? Oh, damn. Let's get the knife. Raw red meat. Right, we'll just throw it down for now because we do not have enough room for that. Right. What am I doing? I don't know. If I just make tons more firewood, I don't think I really need any more logs yet. Oh, actually, no, I wanted to make, yeah. I wanted to make paths. I've done that the wrong way around. There we go, there we go. Let's finish this. Yeah, we got that, that's fine. And we did all the way around here as well. Cool. Right, let's make our farm. Unfortunately, I don't have a bucket, so I might accidentally make currants, and I don't really want to do that, but hey ho. How do I want to do this? Actually, yeah, how do I want to do this? Because I need to put a fence around it as well. Moisture. Planting crops within 3 blocks of water will help them maintain good moisture levels. 3 blocks, okay. So if we just do 1, 2, 3, and this will be a pretty big farm. We just do... Oh, I suppose I could do another one. Oops. Ah, Jesus, welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know if you heard my question before, so I'll ask it again. Do you have a favourite board game? I'm not sure if you had left at that point. No, that's okay. That's okay, my guy. Right. I think fences are made with sticks. Ooh, actually, can I make... I don't have any... I feel like I remember making fences before with stone. Sandstone dry fence. Yes, excellent. Oh, we're gonna need a lot of stone for this. We can make one more. What did we just pick up? I picked up something. Oh, the arrowheads. Okay, actually, yeah, I've not really thought about this properly. We do... We'll put a gate here. Oh, I did not want to do that. Jesus played Carcassonne a lot. Nice. Played Machiavelli now, mostly. I've not heard of that one, Machiavelli, but Carcassonne is a very good game. It took me a long time to play Carcassonne for the first time. I had a friend who we would usually play board games together, and he was the one that first introduced me to Carcassonne. Great game. It's one of those games that's so small and simple, yet you can just play it over and over again. Like, that's when you know you've got a really good game, is that level of replayability. Let's just mold the landscape a little bit more favorably. I think that's good. So we can go within 3, so this one will be fine. These ones will be fine. Alright, and then we get our medium fertility soil. Alright. This looks really ugly, but I'm just going to do this for now as a precautionary measure. We'll see if animals can actually get through that. Hopefully they can't. We shall see, we shall see. Bit of a waste of paths, actually, not gonna lie. I don't need to play flint. Actually, let's just turn this flint into some stuff, so we can make a couple of knives. Because I've got the shelving I can put the tools on once they're done. Let's do an X. And a spear. I think our spear may have broke. Sorry, Kizus, I missed your messages. I like you can create your own board. Keeps it interesting. Very, very true. Very, very true. What kind of style board game are you making? Right, this is a fantastic question. So, I am going for a... Have you ever played Settlers of Catan? Actually, rather than ask the question, I will just explain it. I can explain things. So, it's basically a player versus player, almost like a civilization builder. So in the sense of like Catan, for example, where you build your cities and stuff, it takes a lot of inspiration from that. So you have your chosen faction. So it's basically like Catan with RPG elements in a way. So you pick a faction that has specific bonuses and stuff in how they play. And the idea is that you can run around the map. So instead of having a set map like Catan, you run around, kind of like Civ, yeah. So you run around and explore the map. You find resource tiles and then you basically strategize in what resources you need to collect and how you want to build up. So the objective in order to win is to obtain victory points. So every aspect of the game, so buildings, combat, diplomacy, they all award you points, and it's just whoever has the most points at the end of the game, basically. But there are different ways that you can sabotage other players to obviously stop them getting more points or to reduce the amount of points that they currently have. The combat has been quite tricky. I've not been able to test it much with the combat because I couldn't. It took me a while to be able to find a sweet spot with the balancing. I think I've managed to get there now. I don't seem to have too many issues with it, but it has taken a little while. So it's like hexagonal based. There's like 100. I think it's between 80 and 100 different tiles. Obviously, some of them are the same, but like in terms of individual tiles, there's 80 to 100. So it's quite a big board, and there can be obviously massive amounts of variety throughout each game. So off the top of my head, there's 8 different tile types. There's 5 resources. No, 6 resources. 9 tile types. 6 resources and 3 non-resources. But the 3 non-resources add variations in the landscape. So you have mountains, bodies of water, and desert. So desert you can move through, but obviously water and mountain you can't. But you can build bridges over water. Anyway. Yeah. There's tons of map variety, which is something I was really keen on having to help with the replayability of everything. So it's gone through quite a few iterations already. I've only managed to play test it with family members, but everyone seems to really like it when they get together and play it, so it's very promising. It's just a case of carrying on with the development and making sure everything is fine-tuned as much as possible. And we're finally able to cook meals. Let's take some turnips actually. Can we put in cooked meat already? We can. Let's get some firewood. I don't know if this is actually going to work. So yeah, I'm hoping at some point I'll be able to do a little showcase, a little stream with it, so that people can see it in action, or at least see the components or the rule book or whatever. Yeah. So the fight part sounds kind of hard to make perfect. Is it kind of rolling dice with an outcome? Basically, yeah. So there's another game called The Island of El Dorado. And I know I spoke to the developers of that, not massively, just a few messages here and there. They took a lot of their inspiration from Settlers of Catan as well. So they're like a group of 3 guys, and they would have a regular games night, and yeah, they just ended up playing like Settlers of Catan quite a lot together. This is not working. Okay, we're just gonna have to go for full turnip stew. So the island of El Dorado. Oh wait, do you know it? The island of El Dorado. Do you actually know it? If so, no way. Damn, solid. Yeah, usually people don't know it. That's solid. Yeah, so you've been looking at game stores. Nice. It is a very good game, to be honest. It can get quite repetitive, but the expansions are good. That is one thing they did really well with that game. The expansions are actually very good. So I have the Thieves expansion. I didn't get their latest one. I can't remember what their latest one's called, but they are very good. Right, we can finally sort out our food. Can I do just 3 onions? I can. Excellent. Right, where are we going to place this? Let's just place it here for now. They haven't got it yet. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Yeah, so I basically adapted the combat from that into my game. Where my game's a little bit more complicated with the combat, but generally it's the same. So yeah, dice rolling, and there are a few things that you can do with buildings and diplomacy to make combat more favorable for you. I also have an equipment system for heroes. So every faction, well, they were heroes, sorry. One of my recent changes, they're now just champions. So every faction has a champion blanket. They're all the same. The only thing that's different is you can equip your champion with different armor and weapons. Again, to help you kind of find the edge against your opponents. So yeah, there's a few different systems that I've tried to work with for the combat. Some of them work well, some of them, again, need lots of tweaking to get the right balance. But it is definitely getting there. Right, Crucible. Thanks, Kizers. Yeah, it to be honest, it is it's an exciting little side project. I just need to get my act together and fully figure out how I want to divvy up my time for it. Because ever since I've started my new job and we moved house recently as well, it's like since all of that has happened, it's just been really hard to like find the balance of everything and just, yeah, get in the right headspace. But I do need to. It's a project I'm really excited for. Yeah, life, exactly, yeah, you're right. But hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. That's very true. It's a great analogy. Great little saying. So yeah, I'm hoping to like eventually, like I say, stream, just kind of showcase it, and I'm hoping that I might be able to get a little bit more excitement behind it, and then hopefully from there kind of get that motivation again to really go for it. Because at the moment it is literally just like family in a circle. I have looked at potentially, obviously I would need a proper finished prototype, but I have looked at potentially like sending a copy off for free to people who would be interested in playtesting in groups, or even hosting playtests. I mean, there are cafes in the UK within the local area, to be honest, that are like board game cafes who I'm sure would be happy for me to host like a little open playtest day. So yeah, like all of the options are there. It's just getting it all together. But yeah, I need a proper finished prototype. And right now my next step has been overhauling the rulebook. Because the rulebook itself was fine in terms of the text. I got all of the information I need, but it was just like blanket text. There wasn't really any fancy layout or configuration to really help with the flow of it. It was just page after page after page of text. So the last stuff I was working on was actually arranging it so that I would have spaces for images and the text flow around it and so forth, just so that there was actually a nice flow to the rulebook and spaces for images to go, so I can fully visualize what the final rulebook might look like. Never realized how tough getting the rulebook together might actually be, but it has been tough. A lot of the issues I had with the early iterations of the game were all rulebook based. All the rulebook. Yeah. Like I made some really big blunders in, I think it was the very first iteration. I have some, so my family is a pretty big board game family. Like Settlers of Catan is like my family's board game, and so I have some family members who are very good at trying to find like the loopholes and stuff, and boy were some loopholes found in my first iteration. It was awful. It was so bad. So there's me all excited, like, yeah, I've put my brain to work, I've made something, and then it just immediately gets torn apart, and it's just like, maybe my brain is not so good after all. But hey, it needed to happen. I've learned a lot from it, so I can't really complain. It was funny more than anything at the time. Frustrating for family who like obviously have taken time out of their day to come play it. It's just me sat there like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize. I didn't realize just how broken it was. Good times, good times. Yeah, no, it is a good thing, and that's what playtesting's for. Like, you need the playtesting to happen to figure out all of that stuff. So yeah, combat is like the next thing that needs heavy playtesting. I need to know if, so theoretically I've tried to go through like each of the scenarios that could potentially happen, but there's just too many to get it all down on paper. So I need the rigorous testing. I need people to try and figure out all of the broken combinations, so I can see whether or not it's balanced. And you always try and find loopholes. That's good. That is the type of mentality that's needed. Yeah, it's a lot of fun though. And like I say, my goal is to get to the point that I can actually, you know, make it a career. So I would love that. I would love that so much. One of my biggest frustrations in gaming, going back to being frustrated, one of my biggest frustrations in gaming is just gaming studios. You know, like the way they design stuff, and I'm just sat here like, why have you designed it this way? This is so inefficient. It's so terrible. Or like if you're playing a game that you really, really like, and the developers just make, so New World is a really good example of this for me. I really want to love that game, and I just can't because of how, okay, it's not so broken anymore, but back when it was just, yeah, how did the developers let this go? How did they let this happen? Yeah, anyway, so I'd love to be a part of a project where they've got a good product and the team's got their heads screwed on tightly and they're just making it happen. I would love that so much. And obviously the benefit of making your own game is it's your own head. It's your own head that's being screwed on tightly, so you can judge it a lot easier, I think. Obviously you'll still make bad calls, that's part of the learning, but yeah. Some game studios, man, some game studios. Jesus. Right, we need to cut out 2 fences here. Actually, is it 2? Yeah, 2. And we'll make 2 gates. So New World was Amazon. It was Amazon's, actually, were they the developers or were they just the publisher? In my head, they're both. Yeah, they are developer and publisher. So this was like their basically, within the gaming environment. This was their showcase piece. It's been out for 2 years, I think, now. I can't remember a lot of the details. Apparently they had a really small team for it. And it was their own engine, so it was a new game engine, and they just basically cocked it up. It's like it got overly hyped thanks to content creators. Content creators hyped the absolute bejesus out of it. They timed the release of it really well. It was during that period where World of Warcraft was basically dying, and everyone that was leaving World of Warcraft had no other MMORPG to really turn to, apart from Final Fantasy Online, which is a very good contender, to be fair. It didn't really do anything for me personally, but it is a good game. Or New World. New World was the hype at the time. And the concepts that they have are really good. Like, you can really tell that they did have a good sit down, and they really brainstormed some fantastic ideas. But the execution, it is one of the shittest executions I've ever seen. And it's tragic because deep down I really want to love that game, and I just can't. Like, they're releasing a DLC for it next month. And like, I really want to be hyped for that DLC. It almost brought me back. I downloaded New World just to log in because I had tons of prime loot to collect, and I was curious. I was curious just to see what the state of the game was. And no, yeah, I uninstalled it after 10 minutes. It's just tragic. I really want to love that game, and I just can't. Just can't. But the DLC may change that. They are adding in some things that were sorely needed from the very beginning, and they're now forcing people to pay for it, which is kind of a scam. But ayo, game studios need to game studio. But yeah. Kids who's never really liked Final Fantasy, but it is a beautiful game though. Yeah, I remember getting into, like, I don't remember which Final Fantasy it was. I played it once on the PlayStation 2 when I was really young. I then really liked Final Fantasy Tactics on the Nintendo DS. And then other than that, I've never really been a Final Fantasy fan. I did play Final Fantasy Online, I think up until like level 20 or something. And it was okay as an MMORPG experience. You know, it's got some elements in there that obviously some people will absolutely adore. But for me, it just didn't really have that, like, enticing factor. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to say about it. But it is a good game. It does deserve credit where credit is due, to be fair. Right, I need to figure out what I'm doing with the game. I now need to be collecting copper. That's definitely something I need to be doing. Metal parts. Can it actually do anything with this? Probably not, hey? Teleporter. Ooh. Okay, yeah, no, we can't do anything with metal parts. Oh, this is zinc? Interesting. Okay. And we got quartz. This is for glass. If we smelt it, that's fine. Always been a fan of Golden Sun on the GBA. Oh, the GBA, man. Ah. Forever will the GBA have a place in my heart. Absolutely adore it. It's swear Pokemon will always be the thing. Right, I need to figure out how to make a gate, because I do not remember. We go to blocks and items, gate, wooden fence gate. Can I not do? No. I think we have pine, so oh no, we can't do a gate. I don't have planks. Wait, these are all planks. I swear I built a gate before. Did I get lucky with the planks? Oh, rough hewn gate. Might be this. Ah, yeah, there we go. 4 logs and 4 sticks and an axe. Wait, was it like this? Yep, there we go, there we go. Let's get the gate. 1, 2. Oh, sugar. Did not want to do that. And 1, 2. Excellent. Right, that's closed. So now we need a hoe. Gotta get that hoe. We have to use sticks, that's fine. Jesus, downloaded Golden Sun ROM on my Steam Deck last week and Terranigma for the SNES. 2 games that really blew my mind when I was young. Nice. I love the emulators that are out there. I think I emulated Pokemon Ruby was probably the most recent one, because that for me, oh, I love that game. I really wanted to do Pokemon Mystery Dungeon as well, but I couldn't be bothered. Yeah, the emulators are good. It's got to be done every now and then. I did an emulator for Xbox and PlayStation 2, like classic games. I think it was last year. I did an emulator for Time Splitters 2. Absolutely amazing game. Oh man, love that game so much. And Dynasty Warriors. I'm a huge fan of the Dynasty Warriors franchise. Like, that's another franchise where there's so much potential in there, but the game studio just doesn't get it. They just don't get it. All they need to add is a few really, really cool mechanics, and they would have an amazing competitor in the gaming market today, but no, they stick to their roots. Yes, so Time Splitters was GameCube, Xbox Original, and PlayStation 2. So you had Time Splitters 2, and Time Splitters Future Perfect. They were supposed to do Time Splitters 3, but the studio, I think, went bankrupt. Back then. I think it was bankruptcy? Can't remember, actually. But like, it was announced, they were like, yeah, we've got plans for Time Splitters 3, and then it was like, oh no, studio's closed down. Tragic, so tragic. Oh, an Unreal Tournament as well. That's when, that was when I really enjoyed playing games against AI. Like the AI in Time Splitters 2, so fun. And then the AI in Unreal Tournament, so fun. Right. We've not been able to achieve too much, actually, in Vintage Story, now that I'm thinking about it. We've managed to do pottery though, which is a step in the right direction. I need to do more pottery. We need to get the anvil and stuff going, so that we can get metal. We need to get copper. I need to find a copper deposit. I don't think we found any. Oh, we did. We did find a copper deposit. Okay, so next time in Vintage Story, we should be able to move into early metals with copper, which will be very, very nice. I'm just gonna save and leave here. And Kezus, they did have good bots. They really, really did. They were so fun. And the game modes they had as well. I think my favorite game mode in Time Splitters 2 is probably the virus mode. Like, just running around, trying to not get infected. And some of the maps made that game so difficult. So much fun. Yeah. They just don't make bots and game modes like that anymore. Like, I don't know what's changed. They're like arcade feel back then. It's just completely gone from games that could still easily and viably use those modes, which is really sad. Really, really sad. But yeah, good times for gaming. Anyway, that is all I have time for tonight. Jesus, I think you're the last person here, which is an absolute delight. Thank you for staying. Probably because multiplayer is mostly limited to 2 to 4 players. That's very, very true. You had to do either LAN or split screen. Local. Yeah. Actually, speaking of LAN, I have never in my life, I don't think, ever done a LAN connection for a game. Either been split screen or just online. Oh, Fenny is still here just drawing. Well, how's the drawing going, Fenny? Are you still working on your model? Let me move over to just chatting. Nice. I hope it's going well. Same one as per usual. Hey, it's progress. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm excited to see the finished product though when you finally get it. Get it done. Jesus, I wish I could draw. I wish I could draw as well. I attempted when I was maybe 13. I started really getting into manga and anime. And that gave me a desire to actually attempt drawing. It went well for a little bit. But then I very quickly gave up. I just didn't quite have the knack for it or the patience. And I'm quite a perfectionist, so when I tried drawing something and couldn't get it right, it just really frustrated me. And then you've got like all of the techniques of like shading and chisel that it's just not for me. Just not for me. But there we go. It's been a successful stream today. We sadly didn't manage to do the first Descendant for very long. What did we get? 20 minutes? I did manage to explain everything. That's at least a bonus. So I can at least trim that down and have a small explanation of what the game is. The first Descendant is good. It's a very good little shooter. I just wish it didn't destroy my computer for whatever reason that it does. We then obviously did Waven. The companion build. Again, it wasn't the best class to showcase the companion build on, but I wanted to show what the new items could actually do. So that was good fun. And then Vintage Story. I'm loving Vintage Story. So yeah, next time we will do part 3 and hopefully we'll move on to Copper, and then we get to finally start cave diving because we get better weapons and better armor and stuff. So should start getting a lot more action in Vintage Story once we hit Copper. Kizu had a classmate who was really good at drawing. He now creates charts for games. Oh, that's solid. That's how you want to transfer your drawing skills over. That's an amazing application for that. That's awesome. Yeah, I see job listings for like animators, artists, like so many studios need them. And I'm just looking at them like, I don't have those skills. As much as I'd love to apply just for the sake of it, I do not have those skills. Yeah. I mean, I could learn. It's never too late, but I just don't have the patience. There are other things I want to spend my time on. Anyway, my throat hurts. I need a drink. I need some food. I'm going to leave you guys here. Again, as always, thank you so much for being here. Jesus from Death with Love, Pit Potato, and Fenny Fenris. It's good to have had you all here. And anyone else that's stopped on by, thank you very much. We've got our first subs. I really, really appreciate it. Genuinely. Thank you so very much. Jesus, Fenny Fenris from Death with Love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got plans to try and make my stream overlays and stuff a little bit more interesting. Points, I need to make it a little bit more interesting. And I need to stop point spam. But we'll get there. We'll get there. It's all still learning for me. But I just appreciate the support. So thank you very much. And hope to see you guys next time. So it'll most likely be Saturday again next week. Unless I get a special stream during the middle of the week. But until then, yeah, we'll see you on Saturday, hopefully. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And have a good week next week. It's goodbye for me for now. And thank you very much, Kezu. Same to you. Thank you very much. Till next time. Ciao, ciao. Have a good one. Thanks, Penny.